Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Mary Sue, Mercenary BDU, Hydri, Mega Vibin. Sorry, let's get some music going here. Sorry. I really need two monitors. I'm like a dinosaur. I have a single monitor, but there's a couple reasons why I haven't bought a second one yet. What's up, Mega Vibin? Hello. I volunteer to be my glorious, brave Axe King's wife. Would I be Lex's wife? I would have some kind of like a domestic partnership with Lex. I wouldn't be his wife, but that's beautiful, Mega Vibe. I love that for you. Hello, Elvia. What's up, Valens? How long before internet craps out? I'm taking bets. It's been good. Don't say things like that. Although Elvia looks like she's having trouble. My internet got cut off today. It's still out, actually. I'm in the trenches. This is for Elvia. Pouring one out. I'm not going to pour it out, but I'm pouring one out. Sorry, Elvia. What's up, Valence? Hello, Mercenary BDU. Gabe Ruiz. Chuck. Hello, Chuck. Streaming without second monitor is insanity. I know. The thing is, I might have a little bit of OCD, which means that if I were to buy a second monitor, I want it to be as close as possible to the first monitor, which is a really old Asus PB2578Q, because, you know, monitors have horrific naming conventions. And I would need one of those monitor contraptions that goes behind it, like an arm that swings out and holds the second monitor. And with my current setup, the way that it is here, it's just, there's not any room for it right now. So I know. Trust me, I know. But it's okay. Poor Lex, you cucked him. Not necessarily yet. I'm working extra hard. We're gonna try to give him a wife. We're gonna try. There's still a chance. We are currently beyond the, no, wait, is it 50 turns? I thought we were beyond. Wait, were we beyond this? Hold on. Let me see what the original save. I loaded a snapshot, but I wonder if that snapshot's wrong. Remind me where we were. Yeah, actually, we were lower down, weren't we? I thought that was a new snapshot. Hold on. Yeah, that really confused me. That's not where we are. This is it? Huh. Wait a minute. Has something horrific happened here? Oh, you know what it is? It's because we messed around. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I know what happened. Or do I? We tried some weird things with some saves to see if we could get some different pairs, but I thought we played beyond that, so it should be back to normal. I don't know. Let's see. Copy everything we got here. Yeah, it'd be nice to not have to redo all that, so I hope that doesn't happen. All right, if I replace this, hold on a second. Bam.
Hiya, papaya.
Why is this one a file? That is weird. Hold on. That's an old file. Back up. Sorry. E4. First, oops. Oh, it didn't even oops. Let's see what this says. Turn 36 is not correct. Well, that's not correct. Load. That doesn't exist. Did I save it in the wrong slot, maybe? This is before. That doesn't exist. This is where we're at incorrectly. That doesn't exist. That is a different time and place and timeline. That is also a, oh god. We were farther than this. No, this is upsetting. There's no way I accidentally made it one of the later ones, right? Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, that's brand new.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, this is the, why is this the oldest? Huh. I don't love that. Yeah, no. We did, what did I do to this? I did something weird to this. Like he screwed himself. I might have. That's kind of scary. But I clicked the save button before I closed it last time, so I'm a little confused why there's nothing going on here. This was modified today. This save file is from the 17th. Do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? So the one I'm loading is from the 17th, but it's from 11:30 p.m. There's nothing newer than that. That's crazy. Why would that be? Who would do such a thing? All right, well, that sucks. I'm sorry, guys. All right, well, let's salvage this, I guess. It's still turned 36. So what we need to do is not put Lex with a Dane. Because as we know, Do is a Dane's lover. That's for him. This run is over. Go home, guys. What's up, Audrey? Lunar Crygen, what's up? Did you save over the good save? Apparently just didn't save it somehow. I don't know. This stuff with emulators, I mean real Super Nintendos, is kind of scary at times. Because you're just praying that it saves it to a slot. I should have physically saved it at the start of the turn, but I think when we ended the stream, I wasn't at the start of a turn. So that's why I didn't do that. But yeah, oh well. Let's set autosave as file 3. I guess that's fine. All right, so Lex needs a new wife. The unmatched people are not you. You have Azel. You have Beowulf. Yup. You have Silvia, which is not what I wanted. Poor Erin is officially cucked, and she needs a husband. So that's interesting. Bridget. Was it Bridget I was trying to put with Lex? Does that make sense? Let me remind myself who, hey! Here, goddammit, buy a new monitor. Love Chip. Thanks, Chip. Is this moderator Chip? Because it's anonymous. I can't tell. There's 2 Chips that I know of, but thank you, Chip. Also 420. Haha. Thank you, thank you. Child characters. I just want to double check. That's right. We have Fabale and Patty. Lex might be the father of Fabale. Is that interesting? I guess that's interesting. Yeah, he's really the father of Lester, but let's not talk about that right now. All right, that's probably the most likely.
Attention.
So these two need to be near each other.
No cap on God, for real, for real.
Bright Sky says, now you can set things right in the game Romance. Well, unfortunately, what we found out in messing around with last time's stream was that most of these are already set in stone. I can't fix. We could go back beyond, like, before this point, earlier on in this map, but as of the beginning of chapter 4, it seems like Lewin is very much locked to Silvia because we had the conversation with them, which probably gave him like oodles of points and stuff. Lakeis's Beowulf seems like it's locked in. Azel, Taltu seems like it's locked in. Most of them are kind of I mean, I even surrounded Silvia here with the other green-haired lover boys, and unfortunately she still picked Lewin, so a little disappointing there, but most of these are fine. It's mostly this one that's kind of funny. I kind of think that Lex should have been Lester's father, because otherwise it looks like he's still Lex's father, Lester's father. Adane might cheat on Dew is what I'm saying here, which is unfortunate, but you know what? She is pretty and blonde and everybody wants her, and so maybe her home life wasn't very good, so she has like daddy issues, and maybe she just isn't a great person, and maybe she does that sort of thing. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We also have Taltu here, who unfortunately we did some grinding and leveling up last time, so I think we should start getting back to that. What do you think? I think we should do that. Let's get started. Chuck's on a 3-stream stream. Thank you, Chuck.
It's your lucky day.
Will you get said this time? Says Audrey. Yes, I would like to do that. Oh, and I should figure out who she needs to go next to then. That's a good point. Her highest points right now are with Lewin, but Lewin is now taken, which means that nothing's happening with her currently. So she needs a new husband that can be the father of Ced. Claude is probably a good idea, but I would really rather not give him a kid because I have no personal attachment to him whatsoever. I could do Alec. I doubt that. You think Jamkey would be right? I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Stevie forming a blonde-only army? No. Gabe's on a 45 stream streak. Thank you, Gabe. Claude is the only magic dad left that can help Ced. True. But would Jamkey really be a bad idea? He's got some good skills and stuff. He's got some good stats. I don't know. Is that like a horrible idea? Somebody let me know. I really would rather give someone else a kid than Claude. I'd rather give Cullen a kid than Claude. Wildcats a 120 watch streak. Yeah, sorry, I got to catch back up because I missed a lot of chat while I was trying to fix this scenario. Stevie bricking his game the same way he was bricked up seeing that cop dominatrix in Jamaica? Cop dominatrix in Jamaica. Chuck, I don't know what movie you watched, but I didn't watch that movie, but you should send it to me so I can watch that movie later. Wildcat, 120 stream streak. Thank you, Wildcat.
Lucky day.
Woo! 120 streams, that is insane. Thank you. Appreciate you, Wildcat. Together forever, no matter how long from now to the end of time we'll be together. Oh, this is song lyrics. Should I know this song? You could be sure that forever and a day, that's how long we'll stay together and forevermore. That's cute. Thanks, Wildcat. All right, well, Jamkey and Bridget is the ultimate pairing. I know Audrey, but he needs... Lex is like my favorite. I didn't start this run feeling this way, but Lex is like my favorite, and he needs a son. And he's gonna have a son through Lester, because you cannot tell me that Lester looks like any of the other people here in this army other than Lex. But I want him to have a real... legitimate non-bastard child, okay? And at this point, it's either Bridget or Aaron that are gonna give him it. Do I put her next to Claude? Oh, I don't like this guy. Who is this guy? He showed up, said nothing, and left. He's like Tuxedo Man from Sailor Moon or whatever, that meme. That was Brazil. Yeah. Was that supposed to be a Brazil reference? A cop dominatrix? When did the cop dominatrix enter my story? It's my story we're talking about. I don't remember a cop dominatrix. I think I would remember a cop dominatrix. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Tristan is on a 50 stream streak. Thanks, Tristan. Woo, this is for you. You get the horny one. There you go.
Anime on the wrist.
Yeah. Lex will give Paragon. That's pretty cool. Yep. Valens has a 7 stream streak. I missed it. Sorry, Valens. All right, we'll give you some. Wait, I think you're lying. Where's your streak? Oh, Valens is... No, you're not lying. I'm sorry. I take it back. I immediately take it back. What do we got for you, Valens? Let's find something. I think...
And chat. Great night rocks.
Great Night does rock.
You chose
Whoa.
poorly.
What have I done? Where's my mouse? My mouse is gone. Wait, how did I fix this before? This happened to me before. Gamer Swordsman has no streak since you watch on YouTube. That's all right, Gamer Swordsman. I know you're here too. Except those is for you too. How did I fix this before? Hold on. What a mess today already. Sorry. There we go. Or not, or the game could be like frozen. That's interesting. Wow. Oh, it's because I did something. One of those buttons messed with this, I think. I saw something that said about ports a minute ago. I must have messed with it. All right. Typical Monday, right? Typical Monday. Well, let's close that. Try that again. Sorry, folks. All right. Okay, we were putting Bridget near Lex. We know we can't affect this one anymore. That's already sold. I'm going to put Aaron... Should we let Aaron decide who she wants? Let's put Aaron here. Sure. All right, let's get started here. We have to do a little bit of grinding with Tall to You. Nice dodge. Now that we have our couples set, we can also dance here. It's not what I was doing before. Where's the gameplay? You just abused the save state? What? What are you talking about, Audrey? We're starting. If she could hit, it'd be really useful. Be really cool if she could. Gamer Source says, also, I really think one of the boy children units looks like Dew. I don't know if you mean Fabale, but yeah, he kind of does. They should have switched wives. Oh my god. Adane and Bridget. It's gonna be like a hot wife situation, isn't it? Because Lex's kids are gonna look like Dew, and Dew's kids are gonna look like Lex. Elvia's streak isn't functioning. That's okay, Elvia. I appreciate you. Wife swap, just like that awful show. You know what's funny? I obviously know that they can't air anything like actually bad, right, on TV, but when I think of wife swap as a show, I'm like, oh, so the husbands are gonna like sleep with them, right? Like, isn't that like what the point of this is? And it's not. It's just like the wife goes through the fridge and throws out all the junk food or whatever, and the kid complains about his bacon getting thrown out. That's basically what that show was. Which to me is like, what's the point of swapping wives then? Sorry. I'm sorry, but like, really. Are we trying this again? I guess. And Thunder has a better hit rate, I do believe. Yeah. They got money if they stuck it out. Okay. That's just, it's so weird to me, like, though. Am I demented? I don't know. I just feel like, oh, I could have had a Dane just heal her. Whoops. What are you here? I know he's got a wife already, but keep everyone away from your yo girl. Anyway, sorry to hear that, Elvia, about your internet. Obviously, we've been talking about my internet not being great, but at least it seems to be working today. How are you guys' weekends? I wanted to get more work done on the Fates video. I got a little bit done, but I was really not feeling so great yesterday. And then it rained this morning. So once again, I'm like, do I have, like, is the barometric pressure due to an oncoming rainstorm, is that causing me to have migraines? Like, that's insane. Am I gonna have to deal with that for the rest of my life? What do I have to do to fix that? Because this is the second Sunday in a row that was crappy, really bad. I don't understand. Hello, Cheyenne. What's up? You're my cleaning buddy today. That's amazing. What are you cleaning? Your bathroom? I gotta clean my bathroom. I gotta wash my shower tiles. I got I had my shower redone as part of my renovations a couple years ago and like fixing this place up. And I got these beautiful dark gray, almost black tiles with the white marbling on it. Oh, it looks so good. However, it's really rough to keep like dark gray and black looking clean, especially with like watermarks on it and like soap scum and stuff. It's, ugh, what a nightmare. So yeah, I gotta clean my shower. The heck is a Fates video? Listen, it's coming along. I actually was looking for some footage yesterday, and I don't know why, but it is way harder than I thought it should be to find like Japanese footage. Maybe it's because YouTube is not as popular in Japan, maybe. But I tried like Nico Video and stuff too, like other websites that are similar in function. And I'm just struggling to find... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I thought she was healed. Damn it. Well, it's definitely a Monday. It's definitely a Monday. I'm sorry. Okay, let me fix this. Well, it's not like she really did anything anyway in that span of time. Look, I fixed it. I fixed it. It's better. It's all better. Anyway, trying to find a Japanese conversation of the classic male Corrin talking to Soleil, the support that, specifically the B level one, but that support created a lot of controversy when it got localized, and I just want some authentic, original Japanese footage of that conversation. And you'd think that that would be very easy to find, considering how maligned and controversial it was. Like, it should be everywhere, really. And yet, I'm really struggling searching in Japanese to find it. Cheyenne says barometric pressure is directly correlated to headaches. That's why a lot of people with chronic migraines have barometers in their house. Maybe I need one of those. Oh, also I was saving it, so I probably should have just reloaded the save. But it's fine. She didn't accomplish anything anyway. Might just have to do screenshots. It's true, Chuck. Yeah, I should just call it a day and just do some screenshots, but it's tough because that's one of the big things in that video that I want to showcase. And even though nobody in my audience, or at least most of my audience, probably can't read Japanese, and thus they don't need to see the conversation playing out in the background. It's like, really, that's the one thing that I'm not going to have footage for, is that, really? After I have footage of literally everything else. So, dancer. Good lucky reset. Yeah, unfortunately. Listen, I gotta turn this around here, all right? Today's a great day. Everything is going perfectly. It's good. I feel good. I'm happy. Everything's good. Everything's good, okay? Don't believe anyone's lies in chat. Everything's perfect today. Everything's going so good. I'm so happy. Life's great. Life's great. It's great. You guys kill Silvia? No. Why would I do that? Oh, so Aaron could get... Oh, I see why you're saying that, Reed. Because you want Aaron to be with Lewin. Okay, there's a crit. I feel like she was doing this much more last time. But then again, she just got hit first, so that helps. There's a level. That's a good level. Okay. See? See that? We talk happy. And everything turns around. Heal. Hello, Kai. Lucky, we are almost there. April 4 Nintendo Direct will be finally see the lights. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna have to find out. I also heard again, there was a rumor a little while ago that there was gonna be a Switch 1 Direct before the Switch 2 Direct, kind of as like a sunsetting the Switch. Here's the last new games coming out for it or whatever, at least for now. And I just saw a tweet today that said that might be this Thursday. But again, we haven't heard any official announcements, so is that real or is that just LARPing again? I don't know. I don't know. But if that does happen on Thursday, and there's like at least a couple hours worth of time that I find out in advance, if I can, I might try to stream that. This Thursday's not a good day for me though. But the Direct next week for Switch 2, I will definitely try to live stream when that happens, using my lunch break. On the off chance that we see something interesting. So, Lucky, you want $10? Kill Silvia? I'll give you $10 to kill Silvia. Is it worth $10 to me? To not have a dancer? Well, I guess we wouldn't have a dancer just for a little bit longer. And then... Wait, though, that would give me
Attention, all
the
Fire
other girl.
Emblem,
What's her name?
Epic, sexy gamers.
The
I
cool
bring
replacement
you an urgent announcement.
girl. Lucky, you were right about working on Bridget and Lex. For Aaron, you just surrounded her with Cullen, Alec, and Madeir. In your own words, let's see whose seed is stronger. What do you mean I was right about working on Bridget and Lex? Well, I mean, I specifically want him to be the father. For the other ones, I'm kind of open to whatever happens. That's such a weird thing to say. I don't have that tab open anymore, but there's a replacement dancer girl with black hair that I actually do think is kind of interesting. But then wait a minute, that means the whole night ring thing we got going on with Silvia is not getting passed down. I don't think I could do that in good conscience. Oh, you know what's also bad is that I just had both of my healers do their thing. I got a Physiker now. Do I have to use a fort? Do I literally have to use a Fortify? I might. Why did I do that? What is going on today, huh? 10 space radius, that should be fine. What does that be? Why your Streamlabs link gives a 404 message? What Streamlabs link are you talking about? Oh, to donate. Does it? I checked it not that long ago. I don't know, let me know. We're talking about dentist appointments? What is it about dentist appointments? Oh, Kai said had a dentist appointment. Great day, not for me. Had a dentist appointment. You know what's interesting is the amount of adults that are still legitimately like frightened by the dentist and don't go to their appointments. Like I wouldn't have thought that that's a real thing, but apparently that's a real thing. People are legitimately terrified by the dentist. I get that it could be scary at times, but I definitely don't share that particular fear. That's very interesting to me. Kai says, I hate the dentist. My dentist has a very strong cologne. Oh yeah, that doesn't help. That doesn't help. All right, heal. Stream Elements is not working. Is that what you're saying? Where are you even finding that on Twitch? You could just leave an archer on this castle now, Lucky, since you know what happens. That's true. We were in kind of a weird spot last time with where we ended things, so maybe this will help with that. Yeah, it was kind of annoying. She's still moderately healthy. Silvia already parents, so her dancer daughter is getting the night ring. Yeah, but Gabe, Reen was suggesting that I kill Silvia. Which says to me that Lewin could then marry somebody else, right? And would also make it so that we get the replacement dancer girl, right? In place of Silvia for Gen 2. I actually like that girl's design. I forget what her name is. L something. It's not I always think it's Lara. It's not Lara. One of you can remind me. Okay, now we need a heal. Dancer replacement is miles better. What? Laura's FE5. Yeah, thank you. Let me look up her name though. Now it's bothering me. Substitute kids Fire Emblem. What a great thing to search in my browser history. Substitute character. Yeah, so what I'm talking about is this. I think you should be able to see. It requires some adjustment, but I'll do that later. Lelia. That's who I was talking about. And Charlot. Oh. Why am I actually considering this now? This girl's really cool. I don't know. I guess I am also conflating her with Lara from Fire Emblem 5, but she looks interesting. She looks more interesting than Lean, unfortunately. Although Lean has some amazing Heroes artwork. I can't lie. Would I really not experience Lean on my first time? Charlot comes with the Berserk staff, if I remember correctly. I've talked about that a little bit. He does seem interesting, but... Replacement Dancer is actually a better unit than Sylvia's daughter. Why would you guys say that, though? Are her growths better? Why would her growths be better? Or something like that. What's the benefit? Who's benefiting from this? It's turn 39. Okay, she's healed. Somebody else want to crack at this? Oh, we could cap Bayo. I guess he will. Anyway, wait, does he still have money on him? No, we got his money with Do. That's good. Could have Aaron shoot at him, maybe? Although she's a little busy. Let's bring Aaron up. Get other virile males away from her. Charm lucky? What? Replacement dancer has charm. Oh. What does charm do in this game? No crit. Oh, it's because that's because she was gonna miss. Stupid. Stupid. Gamer Swordsman says I'd start moving some units down now. That's probably smart. That's probably smart. Because we do know that we don't need them. I always assume, like any other Fire Emblem, that I'm going to need everybody just in case we... Sometimes in Fire Emblem, you start fighting the boss and you think you're going to do more damage than you do. And now you have a bunch of units like exposed or in bad positions and you really just need to kill the boss as soon as possible. And so I always go at this with that mentality where it's like, I'm kind of afraid and I want to make sure like Sigurd is there for backup or whatnot. And yet, it's just not the case in this game and I really need to accept that and get over it. But there's some people that really could take some swings at him. Beowulf's not one of them. He's fine. Midir? Should Midir shoot at him? 10 damage. Gonna take 23. But look at that hit rate. Is that even worth it? Midir, can you do it? Nope. You pretty much need it for second gen bosses. They are a nightmare. What do you guys think? That's a really horrific prospect. I wouldn't mind experiencing using Lelia, but also, I'd like this game. I know it's going to sound rich coming from me today based on everything that we've done so far in this stream, but this game hasn't really been hard yet, so I wouldn't mind some more difficulty, I guess. Our kids are really that bad. They're probably the worst kids in Gen 2, mainly support classes, so passing on stuff is not important, but Lewin's son could use his holy weapon, but gotta promote him. If we killed Silvia, Lewin gets another chance, which means then it has to be Lewin. If we are deciding this, we have to decide this now, and going without Silvia for the rest of this is gonna suck, because I'm currently having Aaron possibly mate with 2 other men. Save said, says Bright Sky. Yeah, I think we need to pull this. We need to pull this. New poll. Do we kill Silvia? Yes. Interesting. Plus better said. Interesting said. No, why would you? All right, I'm gonna give you 3 minutes on that poll. See what you guys think about that one. Let me do a little YouTube poll as well. Wait. What did that not go through? What is happening today? Why is my poll expired? That's not even true. What? I can't even change it right now. All right, it's just not working on screen. Whatever, you guys can see it. YouTube. It's definitely a Monday. Say that. Do we kill Silvia? Yes. Said, etc. No, don't do it. Bam. Currently, we are looking at 4 votes for killing Silvia, 3 for not killing on Twitch. And it's 50-50 on YouTube. All right, we'll look at that in another minute. Yes. L2 is going to attack again. You might not even have enough time to get Aaron enough love points. That is a concern. That is a concern. But, I mean, I had her with Lewin a lot so far. I would hope that they could. We still have one more chapter. What does killing Silvia have to do with Said? Because Silvia is currently going to be married to Lewin. And so if she dies, does that not open another possibility for Lewin where he's a single bachelor again, and thus he could get with Aaron instead and thus make Said better? That's my assumption for how it would work, but I could be wrong about that. Somebody let me know. I suggest you now bring all your strongest units back to the starting castle. Yeah. Yes, Audrey. Some of you were recommending that, and it's true. It's true. We saw what awaited us last time, and it seemed like we were going to make it work. But it was a little annoying, truthfully, with the way that I had set it up. He becomes a widow, single for life. Is that true? Is that true? Okay, now you're scaring me. I'm not killing her if Lewin then gets no kids. Don't listen to Gabe. Gabe's usually very knowledgeable about this. I don't know who to believe anymore. You guys tricking me? The amount of misses is really starting to eat at me. But if I were to do this, I have to basically guarantee he gets healed, and he could. He could. He's gonna do too much damage. He might even double him though. Kind of a concern. Who's not needed here? Fix you. When in doubt, Google it out. I mean, I guess, but I gotta derail the stream to do that, unfortunately. Genealogy. Wife dies, can you marry someone else? I don't know if this is even gonna work. Let's look at the Fireman Wiki, I guess. To have 500 love points. Oh, and we have the Valkyrie staff. But I don't know if that should be saved for the next gen. Actually, that wouldn't be passed down, would it? I'd have to sell it to the store and buy it with someone else. Let's see. This is not specific enough. My big fear is that we're going to do this and it's not going to work the way we think, and I'm going to have to redo this again. Looked it up. He can't, I think. You could reset the chapter, says Reen. The harm is that I've already streamed this chapter several streams worth to get to this point, and I've wasted up till this point, basically. We're still redoing things we already did last stream, unfortunately. That's the problem.
Attention, no cap on God, for real, for real.
Lucky for genuine help, kill Silvia and check if Lewin is still paired. That's how you get your answer, I suppose. All right, fine. We'll do a little experiment. You have saves. I know, but I don't trust saves anymore. You came into this stream late. You didn't see the nightmare of starting this stream today, okay? We were like literally like an hour ahead of this, maybe more in terms of gameplay. Which objectively doesn't sound that long, but I hate making people rewatch the same thing we've already done. I really do. Maybe we'll get better tall T levels though. That's a good level. Woo!
It's your lucky day.
I'm saving the game. I'm moving her out of the way. I'm putting Silvia in the way. I'm ending turn. Why everyone hates Silvia? I don't know. Apparently her kids are not that good. He didn't even hit her. He did not even hit her. And I should turn on her animations for this. I think you guys would like to see the cute dancer get murdered. And I'm not going to save the game. That would be very bad. And you know what? I'm going to do this because I have no faith in anything anymore. This isn't going to work. I mean, we're going to find out. Apparently, no one's figured this out before. Nobody knows what happens. This is untreaded territory, new ground. No one has ever figured this out. We are going to be the first. Shouldn't you kill Silvia next chapter, says Sticky Kid? Hold on, Sticky Kid. It's a little experiment. I did not mean to press the clapping button. That is disgusting. I'm a monster. Lewin, do something. Oh. That's heartbreaking. All right, let's see how heartless Lewin is. Do not save the game. Lewin, my guy, are you an eligible bachelor? He's not. He's not. Okay. Okay. So that doesn't work. So we're keeping lean. Sorry to those of you that are gonna be upset at that, but it is what it is. You get what you get, yeah. Even if I restarted this chapter, Lewin has so many points with Silvia. Like I actually tried. I didn't try from the very beginning of this chapter, but I tried from like considerably earlier, and it still didn't work switching it. Because remember we played around with that last stream. Was about to post a link with that answer. All right, well, Valen's found it. He came in with it. All right. I thought we were on the cutting edge. Poor Silvia. Yeah, she gets to live. Poor Silvia. She gets to live in this horrible world. Instead of getting a sweet, quick death. She can't help having crushes on her. There we go. She's hitting now. I'm a little scared to have Cullen attack the boss, simply because I think he might do too much. I think he might proc his whatever he's got, Luna, and kill him. And he doubles, I think, too. On the cutting edge, more like on the cutting room floor. Lamau got him.
It's your lucky day.
That's right. Here's how I screwed myself: is I healed and then I danced and attacked again, and that's kind of a problem, isn't it? Although we have Claude. We do have Claude. The conversation you made Silvia have with Aaron in this chapter gave her the edge, I believe. What? What? A conversation between Silvia and Aaron gave Silvia Lewin points? Care to explain that? Is that true? Can't trust anybody in this game. Yup. Yup. Ooh, she's really turning this around. Aaron gets 300, Silvia gets 100. Yeah, and Silvia already had a leg up. That chat gives a lot of points to Silvia with Lewin. I mean, my thing is, let's assume that I did redo this whole chapter just to undo that and not get that conversation. I still don't know that Lewin could get with Aaron. I don't know. Assuming... I did have them next to each other, I think, in the last chapter. I don't know. I mean, it's my first run of genealogy. I don't think it should be perfect anyway. Shouldn't have planned any pairings, quite frankly, but I just happen to really like Lex. Also, Madeira is now next to Bridget. I need to fix that. Now, and I forgot to heal her. Whoa, and she killed him. And she killed him. Fuck. Nothing is going according to plan today. I don't think I'm redoing that, though. I think we should stick with that. Okay. Okay. Cool. Precious Bean Quapre with a WMD known as Forsetti. What's up, Bopop? You get away from her. That is not your wife. Yeah, that's right. Quapre will get Forsetti, huh? Interesting. Wait, am I not allowed to have him sell it, though? And have said buy it? How does that work? Oh, it must be like a preferred thing. Sigurd needs to seize the castle. I know. I know. Which gives me time to get some people out of here and go where they need to go. We got to keep some archers up here, though. So I betcha maybe we keep Bridget and Lex together up here as lovers. Can't even use Forsetti until he promotes. If he promotes, says Sticky Kid. Well, Reen says, ew, I just realized you don't get Forsetti until the second half of chapter 10 when you really need it for the first half of 10. Yeah, maybe. You know what? Forsetti sucks, actually, anyway. I don't care. Turns out Forsetti's bad. Nobody wants it anyway. Can't Arthur Gamer use Forsetti at base? Arthur Gamer? Who's Arthur Gamer? I guess somebody I don't know. Off the top of my head. Leave the Paragon band with Lewin. Easy. That could be interesting. Who has it, though? Oh, Tail 2? Yeah. Is Lewin rich enough? Maybe almost. It might be 40. I don't know. That could be interesting. Maybe we'll just have to set it up properly. Maybe we can fix Quapre. Stop him from being bad. Oh, oh, that's why somebody was saying we need Sigurd to capture the castle. You're right, duh. I was just having them flee. I'm sorry. I'm a mess today. I don't know what it is. This is the messiest stream I've had in a long time. Oh, and who? Idiot. Immediately just do that. Arden 2. Sorry, I'm just forgetting how this game works, I guess. What can I say? Okay, Stevie, it's Monday. I know, if it was Wednesday, I'd be really, really upset, but I guess I can't really blame it. My Mondays are usually pretty good, though. I'm probably overdue a Monday, though. An actual Monday. You know it's a lucky crit stream when it's scuffed AF. Slightly sad, but okay. Sure. Sure. I think I'll leave Lachesis up there. Look at this poor fireman player. He failed to get the full potential of the Persetti tome and immediately blamed the weapon instead of his strategy. To be fair, Audrey, because this is my first real run of this, I did say originally that I was not going to put any thought or consideration into pairs. I actually didn't even look up the children until like a stream or two ago, I think. Maybe 2 streams ago. It was my legitimate plan, but eventually I decided to look it up. And then I began to make some hasty plans and probably shouldn't have. Probably should have kept it au naturel. Where is my castle? Cooperate joins late like Taltu and Claude level late. I see. I see why he sucks. Wait, so are you saying if Silvia died, does Lelia and the other one and Charlot, do they join sooner? Or no, they would join at the same time, would they not? Are you just arguing for the Berserk staff and charm superiority? Is that what it is? You can reach here. Arthur can use Forsetti at base. Which one is Arthur? I'm tired of not knowing. Which one's Arthur? He's not a replacement. Oh, Arthur's Taltu's son. Right, duh. Right. Forgot about him. Hey, Reen, you owe Stevie $10. No. Reen said he would give it to me. Oh, well. That's true. Reen didn't say that I had to keep her dead. Yeah. Via technicality, but I'm not going to guilt somebody into giving me money. If Reen legitimately didn't see that, though, that's sad, because you were here. I thought. Stressing about pairings is the game, you dingus, says Elvia. I know, but the first time you're not supposed to know. If Chaz was here, he would say, no, your first time should be pure and virginal, and you shouldn't know anything, and you shouldn't be finding these hidden items either. Lex's Brave Axe, you shouldn't have known where that was. Pursuit ring. Did this numpty fight in the arena? He's gonna fight in the arena. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Weird, Stevie? Please promote Lachesis. Yeah, we do need to. Oh, she needs to go back home. You're right. She was the one I was going to leave up there. You effing loser. Why did I expect more from you? I shouldn't have. I never should. Never should. Never should. I guess you got to stay here now. Imagine Arden beating you in exiting the castle. F that. Look stuff up because those kind of things get you annoyed when you realize you missed so much. Well, I mean, to me, that's the beauty of it, is that I would play another playthrough and do it differently and know what to do better this time. Have the context for it. I think this game is a prime one for that kind of experience, so I'm not really concerned about it, but it is what it is. I looked at the children. I didn't remember the children, most of them, but I looked them up, so. I think Arden is stuck up on top now? What? What are you talking about? Arden is here. What are you talking about? You mean to defend it for now? So let's get you out of here, I guess. And I guess Edane's going backwards. Arden t-shirts when? I uploaded my designs to the website. I actually took down the old merch that was still up on there because I was like, I'm not going to need this anymore. I'll put up some new stuff. And then they rejected both of my designs that I uploaded, which I obviously own because I created, and they rejected them. I'm like, huh? Who gave you the right to reject my design? So legitimately, there's nothing in the merch store right now. Very bizarre. I don't understand what happened there. I didn't do the Arden t-shirt yet, though. Hello, Zarakane. Tales of series does it often, even Golden Sun. I don't know if you were referring to playing through it again and knowing better. Tales of is brutal with missing things forever. It's like literally, oh, you didn't backtrack all the way back to that village that you went to 5 hours ago and talk to one random obscure NPC character before continuing the story at this point? Well, guess what? You missed out on amazing costumes that make all your women look much hotter. You're screwed. Try restarting the game and doing it next time. Tales is... I used to really like that series, but it's legitimately the game that makes you afraid to not use a guide. And I think that's kind of just a bad experience. Absolutely horrible for that kind of shit. Guess you got to hand draw Arden yourself. Well, it wasn't even that one that got rejected. It was my Lucky Crit logo that I made. And the meme of me live reacting. The live reaction Stevie meme that somebody clipped and put in the live reaction meme template. Like, nobody owns that. We could put that up there. You could sell that on a mug, and it got denied. Like, what? I have no idea what happened. I got to look into it when I get time. But I also still have to do my taxes and other things, so we'll see. Oh, Lachesis. Well, we have more of a head start this time, I suppose. you gonna play the Graces remaster, or is that one of the many games you didn't like? Never played the original, actually. Never played the original. I don't know. I want to play Tales again, but I was really excited for Berseria. I really was. I enjoyed Zestiria when I played it, like, I don't even know, 6 or 7 years ago at this point. I played like at least half of Zestiria with plans to finish it, but then I got busy with the YouTube channel and everything. And I was having a good time. And I was really excited for Berseria because I liked the characters that you get. There was some intriguing stuff about it that I was interested in. And yet, I decided to, like a month or two ago, actually just boot up Berseria because I owned it already. I was just waiting to finish Zestiria, but I decided not to. And I went to go play it, and I don't know if I'm just a crotchety old gamer boomer at this point or whatever, but it just, like, I couldn't do it anymore. I was annoyed at it within like minutes of playing the game. It's just missing like some modern quality of life stuff. I think that I don't know. Something about the gameplay just felt very antiquated at this point to me, I think, in a really bad way. I don't know. Maybe it deserves another chance. Maybe I was just having a bad day that day or whatever, but I was not thrilled. Zestiria had bad marketing and gameplay isn't good. I mean, truthfully, when I played that 6 or 7 years ago, I did enjoy that game. I will forever be pissed about the girl, I forget her name, that they trick you into thinking that she's playable, because she's the only character that has usually the main character arts of like Demon Fang and stuff, and yet she's playable for like 10 seconds and then she's gone forever and you never use her. That's disgusting, and I hate them for that, and I want to find the people that work at Bandai Namco and look at them very sternly. But outside of that, I did actually enjoy that when I played it years ago. Which it makes no sense because I should really like Berseria then too, but I don't know if it's just that my tastes have changed as a gamer in the past 7 years. Does that make sense? Is that stupid to say? Not really sure. Alicia, thank you. That was her name. Turns out Twitch owns the rights to your face. You have to pay them every time you remember you exist. Tales of Zillia. Yeah, I never got to play that one either because it was on a console I didn't own. What was it, PlayStation? Probably. I think it did make it to PC or something else eventually, but it's never more exciting to play a game when everyone else is excited and talking about it and playing it, and then years go by and it finally gets ported to something else and you're like, you don't quite care as much anymore, unfortunately. You're excited when it's new and fresh, and then by the time it reaches you, it's not really. L2's broke. She's gonna go get this village. Zillia never got ported. Okay. I don't know why. It seemed like it was more available at some point. Zillia 2? Am I thinking Zillia 2? I swear that got like remade or something. Well, not remade. That's not true. That's not true. At some point, it seemed like my impression of it was that it was more available finally. Maybe I'm wrong. Still want a Tales of the Abyss remaster. Abyss is fantastic. What do you consider the 3DS version a port? I guess that's kind of true. What was not remastered that you want to be remastered, though? They probably altered some things in that port, didn't they? Maybe they were lazy about it. I don't remember. I played that. I beat it once. I wanted to beat it a second time, but I did not do that. I'm sure we all have that tendency where it's like you intend to do it again, and then you reach kind of a natural stopping point and you just never go back. I liked Abyss, though. I did like Abyss. Port was not good, says Chuck. I didn't seem to have any problems with it. Abyss mentioned some fluid came out. I still never finished Vesperia, and I liked Vesperia too. I was at the part where you're supposed to... There was some money glitch where you could make... What was her name? Rita? The girl who does the tidal wave. You would do that a bunch of times in a certain spot, and you'd get either a really rare item or... There was something that I was trying to get with her, and then I just stopped right there. And, again, should have finished, but didn't. I did enjoy Vesperia, though. I don't like that the main character's name is Yuri. But yeah. Hate the Vesperia remaster. COVID effed that game up a lot. I'm tired of these lazy remasters. I really am tired of these lazy remasters. If you're gonna bring something to a new platform and remaster it or re-release it, like, it better be objectively better than the original. No cutting out little features or little details just to make the port easier because the technology doesn't translate one-to-one or whatever. There's always like stuff that gets cut and is missing, and it's so stupid and annoying. Specifically, Symphonia, I think, was also really bad, where they lost the original source code, and then they were only able to use, what, the PlayStation version or something, and it's locked to 30 frames per second. And they're too lazy to actually fix that, and so every Symphonia re-release has not been good, basically. That stuff is just infuriating. Infuriating. I guess you could get this because you could just give it to somebody. This is your issue, or one of many. Stop trying to break games, says Chuck. It might have been her legendary weapon, though, and like it might have been missable, and so I wanted to get it before it's too late or something. It wasn't that I was greedy and wanted infinite money. It wasn't that. There was a reason for it. You unlocked something. That's why I was doing it. I promise. I don't like completely removing difficulty. It's just, if I read that there's like a missable or something that I need to get, that will get me to do it usually. Did Lucky just admit he's homophobic? Why you hate Yuri? I don't like characters being named after a porn genre. Does that make sense? I'm not homophobic. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to think about it every time I say the character's name or mention it in public, right? It's just weird. Imagine there's a character named Hentai in this game. You really want to say that? We had Hentai in our stream. Some username that had an account. Somebody that had a username like that for the XCOM streams. It's just not classy. Not classy. Pretty sure that's a you thing. Well, yeah, in this case, I'm just complaining about that, but... Your Honor, I was unlocking something. Defendant admits to never returning to the game after trying to spam something 100 times. Your Honor, I promise, I was just unlocking something. Imagine, oh my god, when we have like Zoomer judges, some things will be better, some things will be way worse. I really don't like the boomers that really have a hard time understanding technology, that are then like in control of like the litigation or the court cases surrounding it, where it's like they just don't get it. Like, that sucks. Like when Facebook got accused of a bunch of things and had to go in front of Congress, I think, and they tried to ask like difficult questions about what Facebook was doing, but then all Mark Zuckerberg had to say was like, because he could hand wave it like, oh no, what actually happened was this, and because the person asking the question doesn't actually understand the technology, like beyond like a old man surface level, they can't like fire a follow-up to like catch him or trap him or like do anything with that. And so he could just easily be like, no, that's not what happened, and then that's it. Their question's done. It's a dud. It's over. When you know for a fact Zuck was doing sketchy stuff, you know? You hate Yuri Lowenthal too. I don't, but maybe the porn genre has ruined that name for me. Wasn't there an enemy boss in Fire Emblem that shared a name with a Nazi commander? I wouldn't doubt it at this point, with how many there are. Bosses, that is. Every time Stevie thinks of the first man into outer space, Yuri Gagarin, he goons from the name of his favorite category. That is not my favorite category. You guys are funny. Very funny. Okay, so we're gonna have to save people in the mountains here, which we will be prepared for. Especially with Cullen on the way with his boots. Definitely want to bring the dancer down. For everybody else, there's going to be the flyers going northward. Get your mind out of the gutter. Thank you, Kai. Okay. Elvia says, I can't believe how technologically illiterate Zoomers are. How is the generation most surrounded by tech also like the worst at it? In a weird way, that's a good point. I wasn't considering that because my argument was that Zoomers would be more understanding as judges later. But you're right. That I've seen that as kind of a trend too. And maybe it's because we've gotten to a point with devices and tech where they just kind of work at this point. I know for me as a kid, it was like sometimes you'd run a game and it just wouldn't work. And so then you'd spend like the entire night trying to figure out why it's not working or trying to diagnose it and fix it. Like, we had to do a lot of stuff messing with computers and things because things didn't quite work right and were a little bit janky at times growing up. Maybe the Zoomers don't have that kind of experience. Or there's too many older siblings fixing their stuff for them, or they're just getting brand new iPhones instead of trying to fix it. I don't know. Meanwhile, we have Fire Emblem main character named Chrome. What's up, Doncho? It's like automatic breathing. Just because you're surrounded by technology doesn't mean you understand how it works. True. I know, but there seems to be, if I'm incorrect with what I said before this, there does seem to have been more of an impetus for us to learn, like our generation, to learn how things worked and to figure it out. There really was. I'm trying to figure out why that's the case. Maybe it's just, yeah, I don't know. All I can think of is just that stuff is a lot easier to use now. And there's like less troubleshooting, but I don't know. I still like look up stuff based on modern devices. If anything, we've reached this level now where apps almost seem like they're purposefully confusing with their UI and stuff to hide buttons and delete buttons and stuff like that from you. We've gotten to that point where it's now unintuitive. I hate that. Tristan, 27 months. Thank you for the resub. Appreciate you, my friend. How are you? Thanks, Tristan. It's because of iPads. Boom. End of story. Maybe. Yeah, maybe it's so easy because all the apps you'd want to play, all the games, all the whatever, is like a button press away from the App Store, and it just works. Whoa, I don't know what I pressed there. It's got to be something like that. It's too easy, too accessible, and it works too perfectly without any issues. I'm gonna dance her. Me, when I'm trying to cancel a subscription, they hide that shit in the gutters. Yeah, well, they definitely do that on purpose. That needs to be like further litigated so that it has to be very obvious where the cancel button is. It's true. It's really funny to see like how technology has advanced, because we went from things looking and working bad and not feeling good to we've achieved the pinnacle of apps working and behaving as you'd expect and buttons being where you'd expect to find them. Very intuitive, very smart, easy to find. And now we've gone backwards where it's like we got to hide all the buttons we don't want you to touch. You can't be messing with that, can't be touching that. How dare you, you peon. You stupid mouth breather, you don't get to uninstall my app. I hope the mages that pop up don't target Arden. Well, I mean, he's probably not gonna be in front, but yeah. That is something to keep in mind. I think we're okay. Let's class change Lachesis though. I'd really like to see that happen before we do anything else. It is now 57 turns, which means you guys are now fine. No more being all over Aaron. Plus, everything has 1 billion advertisements now. Yeah. It's really annoying that we've also reached the point where all the streaming services... This is like a weird side tangent, I guess, off of the tangent I was already about to create, but... The fact that corporations expected to keep the same numbers post-COVID that they had during COVID, which was obviously a very extreme, different circumstance... I get it. You never want your business to like look like it's going down, but it is insane to think that you're gonna have the same numbers anymore after that situation is over. So now that then the fact that they're also dumping so much money into their original shows that don't seem to be doing very well in a lot of cases, and the subscription prices then keep going up and up and up, and it's to the point where you might have been paying for the premium subscription before at like $6 a month, but now $6 a month, guess what? You're getting Hulu with ads. Just so lame. On top of that, the fact that we've reached the pinnacle of cable 2.0, essentially, where all of your favorite shows are now... One of them is on each streaming service, so if you want to watch that, you got to pay for each one as if you're buying channels again, essentially. What's up, Nop? Who are the leftover single ladies going to marry? All the single ladies, they are hopefully... She's hopefully going to marry Lex. But we have a lot of work to do in a very short span of time, so I'm not really sure. I would really like for Lex to have a legitimate child, though. And Aaron, I think at this point, it's either going to be Claude or Alec here. I don't know. Claude is the better choice for said, but who is this guy? Who is this guy? I don't like him. I don't know anything about him. He appeared randomly later than he should have, and I have no personal attachment to him whatsoever anymore. F Hulu for that? Yeah. Elvia says, I pay to watch you, by the way. That's true, and I appreciate it. But my subscription price is not going to go up. I'm not going to throw the ads back in at your current level. Rest assured. I don't even know if I care to move these guys anymore. All right, next turn, Lachesis goes into the castle and gets promoted. When Prime movies make you watch ads before you watch a movie that you already paid for. Yep. That's also a thing, true. Azel could use those free levels. I'm an Azel fan. He's over here. He's over here. You're saying the free levels from saving the villagers. Yeah, well, he's got a chance. He's got a chance. Oh, you gotta wait one more turn, really. Alec is here. Silvia is here. The This is looking promising. Doncho says, man, I remember back when Crunchyroll was free, but then they locked everything behind the subscription now. Yep. I remember that too. Even back then when it was free, it was still such a slog to watch through Naruto Shippuden. I remember looking ahead at the future thumbnails, and let me be clear, I read the manga first, so like I knew it was going to happen, so it wasn't really like spoilers or anything, but I remember looking ahead at the future thumbnails for the episodes, and it would constantly was like, oh my god, there's like 5 of them where nothing interesting is happening, or like it's not something that is the next exciting story moment, or like it doesn't, the plot is not progressing like at all, and you're just like, oh, am I really going to watch through the next 5 things to get to something interesting again? And that's when I stopped. So no, that's not what I wanted. Damn it. Damn it. That didn't happen. Naruto mentioned. I like Naruto, but the filler is obnoxious, really. And also the Shippuden villain at the very end that came out of nowhere, I think was a very weird choice. And the way they've kind of done Naruto dirty since then in Boruto, I'm not a huge fan of. But I know that Kishimoto wasn't really directly involved with that. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know if I wanted to spoil it for everybody in chat in case there's somebody that didn't watch it, but yeah. I like the way you say Shippuden. Is it Shippuden? Is that the correct way to say it? I recall there being an era where people said Shippuden. So I think that's the era I'm from. Master Nylakisis. Yeah, I like her sprite. Looks fancy. And she's ready to go. Nobody else is ready, right? Oh, you're so close. Alec is getting one of these levels. Alec is getting one of these levels. Has to. And really Arden should too, but yeah, there are mages that we need to be concerned about. And oh, Cullen, there's so many people that are getting close. Even though at this point, like, we got one more chapter basically with these guys, so kind of sus, but let's go. Look what she can use now. I did not do that. I will. Hey, it's Hubba. Hubba Tester. Hubba Hubba on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Why, a Dane, of course. Lucky even knew the mangaka name. He's a real one. I try. My memory's not always the best, but I try. Chuck said, I started to lose the plot with Naruto with all the Naruto Sasuke stuff when he defected. Yeah. Original Naruto when Sasuke leaves is like all filler. To be fair, there are some good fights that still happen after that, but it's like a huge, I don't even know, at least 100 episodes of filler, probably more than that. It's insane. It's really bad. Really bad. And I even realized, because I went back kind of recently to listen to some of the openers and endings again for Naruto and make a playlist, because Naruto's a very hit and miss in my personal opinion, but there are some absolute bangers of openings and endings. But the amount of imagery that's repeated constantly throughout Naruto, it's always like the Naruto Sasuke split, which I understand is a big part of the story, obviously. But they harp on it so much. Every opening and ending is like Naruto and Sasuke walking apart, and like such similar imagery constantly over and over and over. Every, like, of the 50 intros and openings and endings is like, well, I guess if you include endings, it's like hundreds, but you know what I mean. It's just funny because when you watch it, you don't feel it being that repetitive with imagery, but it really is. Will you return to Metaphor Refantasio someday? I actually did think about that game recently.
Anime.
I'm not gonna make a promise right now as to when, but yeah, probably eventually, even though I wasn't in love playing the part that I played, truthfully. But I think we'll try it again. I think we will. We still can't go down here yet. I think we have to wait one more turn. Maybe is what it is. Did I get all the villages? I think. Looks like it.
Fop.
Lucky didn't like that game. I mean, I was having fun, like, riffing on it. It had a lot of content for me to make jokes off of, okay? Who's the hunkiest of them all? Oh, that's a tough question. It might be Cullen. Might be Cullen. Valen says, I actually didn't mind the Naruto filler too much, mainly because if I'm watching a show like that, I want a lot of episodes. I could see that. I could see that. I don't even think like all the filler is specifically bad, but what they did with Shippuden, or Shippuden, however you want to say it, is they started blending the filler with the actual story. I remember getting really confused because I knew that certain parts were like from the manga, but then there were other things with like brand new characters that I was like, who is this? And like, which I guess is good that they blended the filler with the real, sort of, but it just got me confused and it didn't help me at that time. Time for Manya to die again. Metaphor has the foodie elf woman that's peak. I don't know if that's your Navi like fairy chick or if you're talking about a character that I didn't meet yet. Hopefully someone I didn't meet yet, because I wasn't too keen on the fairy helper chick. Hero's comeback is peak. That is sick. That is a sick. Also, yeah. Okay, we have to talk about this. If we're talking about Naruto, can we admit that it was kind of a dick move? It was the perfect move, but it was such a dick move to start Shippuden where they did, because you start the show and it's at the most like climactic, like best part where you want answers and you want to figure out like where's Sasuke and everything. And you find out that basically that episode is like 40 episodes in essentially. And then it goes like episode 2 of Shippuden is like, oh, boring nowhere land, back to nothing. Okay, let's start going towards the sand village. And that story will take forever. I'm not saying those other plots are bad. The sand stuff is interesting, but again, it's so daunting because you know there's going to be like 40 episodes in that arc before it gets resolved. And the final battle at the end, there's going to be so many episodes, and Sakura's winning, and then what's his name? The puppet man. I don't remember his name right now. Sakura's winning and he's winning, then Sakura's winning, then the old lady's helping, then he's winning, then... I mean, I guess that's Naruto for you, but... when you just want to get to the part you were teased and you have blue balls for like 80 episodes, that sucks. It sucks. Did you play that on stream? Maybe that was during my break from the stream, says Chuck. I played that on stream for Halloween, I think. We did a couple games, that's why. Okay, nothing's still happening here. This man is blocking my way. Still. Sasori, thank you, yes. He was interesting, albeit creepy. Bridge is level 17. I guess you can just guard the castle, right? Lucky played a yaoi game and didn't realize it. True. True. A dating simulator. It wasn't like pornographic, but that is true. That's a true story. Sometimes we have some beautiful moments that happen here on this stream. Some unplanned, amazing moments that you just can't foresee. Valen says, I never liked any of the puppet jutsu stuff from any character, to be honest. I guess that's fair, yeah. It's a little different. There's also so many characters in Naruto that they like completely failed to give arcs to or have any purpose to that were kind of interesting. Temari is like the most screwed over character in Naruto. And to be fair, I don't think her whole like summoning weapons thing is all that interesting as like her style. But what were they doing with that character? She's just so unnecessary. Shino with the bugs, they could have done a lot more with that character, as creepy and weird as he is, and I don't necessarily like that character either. But there's a lot of potential there that I guess he got used in filler kind of a lot, but at least in the original Naruto. But there's just a lot of characters they did nothing with. And the fact that they have the Great Ninja War basically and like one character dies. But just one character dies and it's like, okay, cool. Maybe I'm wrong, but there's probably a couple more that I don't remember, but you know what I'm saying. And I think you know who I'm talking about too. I think more of Naruto's class of characters should have died, but Kishimoto was too much of a wuss to do it. And I get it, you don't really want them to die. It's painful for your heart, but I think more people should have died. They had Kakashi go on all these spiels about losing your friends and how tough this world is and everything, and then basically, we're gonna bring everyone back to life for the ninja fight at the end, and you're gonna have a lot of closure that you didn't get before, which from a writing standpoint is a cool idea at least, but it's kind of lame. And then B, like no one's gonna die of the characters alive that are still alive. Like no one's gonna die. Cool. Yeah, they kind of got it. There you go. I know you like Shikamaru, Lucky. That's true. But Shikamaru does get like stuff to do, I guess. At least more so than the others. Amazing moments. Wait a minute. 10-10, not Tamari. Yeah, sorry. Tamari's the sand girl with the fan, right? She was hot.
In the name of the goddess.
What's up, Linda?
Stand before her.
What story are you talking about, Linda? We should have known Lucky's taste for Madeir after the Yahweh game. Come on. I didn't know. I picked a funny looking dating simulator on Steam that I thought would be interesting fodder to play, and Halloween themed too on top of that, and it was both not interesting and not funny for the most part. Yeah, I didn't like any of the guys that we were hitting on. Bopop said, amazing moments like Lewin and Cullen going on a mountain hike while everyone else fights for their lives. Yes. Yes. Chuck says, yeah, the war arcs in the video games and animes with low deaths really irritates me. I think that's fair. Mercenaries talking about they couldn't pull a Tamino move. I don't know what that means, but oh, creator of Gundam. Yeah. Okay. Kai did it for my health, which sounds a lot like Wildcat. Cool jacket, sir. I know I went with a lazy hoodie today. I was not feeling a nice shirt. Sorry. That's what you get though. Yeah. Okay. Side tangent, I guess, based off of that. I've been wearing this hoodie all winter, which makes you feel even more bummed. Like, I've washed it, obviously, but when you wear something like too much...
Kill every last one of them!
Alright. You know, maybe it's just me, but I get the sensation when I wear something too much, I feel bummy. Does that make sense? It is like a decent winter hoodie for around the house, sure, and I do have other hoodies that, a few of which I did wear, but I have like a favorite like light jacket that I wish I could wear, but I don't tell anybody. Keep this between you and me. I let a girl take it with her, and I haven't gotten it back yet, and I probably will eventually, but haven't really heard from her lately, so. The status of that hoodie, whether it's going to be alive again or not, is questionable, and I probably shouldn't have done that, but you know, in the moment you try to be chivalrous.
Oftentimes coped.
I'm coping now? Okay. You refuse to dress nice for us? Today I did. Today I did. Oh, Elvia is asking how my dates were this weekend. This is what I struggle with, is like I would love to share more, but I feel like as a gentleman you shouldn't kiss and tell, and especially when the story is like so recent, it's weird. Because hypothetically, somebody that I go on a date with and talk to will eventually find my YouTube channel and could potentially click this stream. I could find this moment, and then it's like dishing out information like that is just not... You shouldn't be doing it. But, they went pretty well. They went pretty well. You got pegged calling it? No. Sorry, Kai. If that's what you're hoping for, it's not what happened. Stevie, why would you go on dates if you had no Arden crop top? I think it's, like I said before, I think it's too powerful. I think if I went outside with an Arden crop top on, I would have to swat the women off of me and maybe even get physically violent to get them away from me. I think I wouldn't be able to keep them away. They just... There'd be a whole swarm chasing me. Brad Sky says, I enjoy not knowing. Okay. Gabe says, I'm happy with the travel stories more. Less chance Lucky runs into problems talking about other country adventures. That's true. That's true. Goodbye. Audrey's asking if I watched War of the Rohirrim. I have not, Audrey, but yeah, I've seen about it. Also, LB, I might have lied, sorry. I think maybe I made, I upgraded my version of Zoomer attention span. I think I maybe made your guys' version do one thing each. And if I'm not mistaken, I think someone else could do it now and add to it, maybe, unless it doesn't work properly. But I think my thought originally was that people could make it more chaotic by continuing to redeem it. But my version does several things at once at random. What is this comment? Chuck says, you've kissed and told at least twice now. I feel like we know your dates as much as you do. That's not true. Come on. Come on. Also, it is different when it's like... Yeah, it's like I need like a 6-month grace period on dates or something like that where it becomes acceptable to talk about or something. Okay, at long last. This is still, we still can't go through here yet, right? Yep. I forgot how much time we had last time. Last time we spent a lot of time running down here to reach. And we were like just barely making it essentially. This time we have too much time because I pre-prepped. In 6 months, your pregnancy achieved on the date will become more visible. It's true. It's true. You can't tell yet. You can't. It's true. Go, save the villagers. It's not happening yet, but it's about to, I think. Maybe it only happens when they kill all the Peg Knights? Final Destination 6 trailer out tomorrow. Yeah, I saw the little clip. It looked positively terrible. Not in terms of quality, in terms of absolute yikes. A shard of glass going into your ice, and that ice goes into your drink. Can you imagine if that person just like wanted to chew the ice in their drink and just was like, oh. Yikes. I like Wojak Shez. I do too. That's why I put it there. Still hurts to watch Manya's whole team get shot out of the sky like this. True. True. This is a really awful month for Erin. Her BF locked in with the dancer, her country collapsed in a civil war, and her sister died. True. We getting a new Final Destination? Yay, I guess. I think I saw like 1 and 2. I don't think I've seen any other Final Destinations. I went on a bit of a spree a couple years ago. I actually watched all the... Okay, not all the... I had never seen the Saw movies until 2020, I think. Which is a really funny time to be watching those movies, but... that's what it was. And so I saw like the first 4 or 5 Saw movies at that time. We got image of Tony Todd. You could see his health wasn't best. Understand why it's his last movie. Is that the director? Or an actor? I don't know. Oh yeah, and Gabe mentioned this, the glass, yes. Oops, sorry. Audrey said, but you guys know what? I'm sure we can recruit Manya in the remake. But you think they would change that? I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe. Bare minimum, I liked what Sacred Stones did with the boss campaign afterwards, where you could recruit some of the people you killed or that died in the story. Awakening did that too, of course. I always thought that was interesting. The lack of supports those characters had made them less fun, I guess, but I still thought they were interesting. All right, this is still not happening yet. We don't have people fleeing the castle. I think it's when they all die. Oh, he's an actor. Okay. Remake could add Sias. He plays Mortician that tells characters death is hunting them. Okay. Oh, was he? I might be conflating multiple movies now. Oh, that's right. That guy has to reach the palace. That's what we're waiting for. Okay. Was the Mortician the guy that owned a store that they went to in one of the Final Destination movies and he said that to them? He did a reading or something? I could be conflating two things. I can't really remember, but... I guess if he's a mortician, then he's got like the funeral parlor. I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, these guys are coming north. Okay. So they ran out of peg knights to kill. There we go. Nice hair, man. Not him, he was dissecting a body in the first one. Okay. That makes more sense. I must be thinking of something else. Okay, NPCs, flee! You know what we could talk about? Hold on. Let's let this finish. These guys have scary stuff, I think. We looked at last time. Alright. Here are the flyers. They're making their way uptown. Flying fast. Mountains passing. In Rome bound. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. I'll bring Jamkey a little closer, maybe. A little bit of Lex back up, why not? Let's focus on this for a second. We gotta get in here. Okay, this is an interesting prospect. So, I think we should have Bayo come down and do that. Gonna be right next to that. No. Here? This is a bad idea for her, though, isn't it? It's probably a very bad idea for her. Should it be Lachesis that goes? I don't know. Oh, let's see what happens. Valen says, I have a feeling Fire Emblem 4 Remake is going to do something absolutely wild and Fire Emblem fans will be mad as hell. I suppose that makes sense. I could see, like, let's maybe not have Arden get hit by both of them. I could see them altering things and having some hardcore fans, especially someone like Chaz, not liking what they change. I could definitely see that. They were... Oh, you gotta be healed. Let's get you out of here. Seem to have forgotten about that. They did a very tasteful job with Echoes with what they added and altered, I would say, for the most part. Yeah, I would wonder what would end up different this time. There's no way you care. Let's do that. I don't know if this is exactly bait, but I could see if they take it, maybe. What if we're gonna dance Arden? We're gonna dance somebody to get a free level, that is for sure. Provided we survive this. Is that left one? Nope, they're ignoring it. Not going for the bait. They're gonna make Arden bad somehow, says Misted Chip. I hope to make him better. Hope to make him even better. I wish his pursuit ring was just straight up guaranteed follow-ups. I don't like that it's still speed-based. I think that's very silly. Don't, please? Yes, thank you. I forgot they're gonna target the poor citizens. What's up, Macedonia? Hey Stevie, what's the difference between a remake and a remaster of a game? Remaster is less effort, right? You're kind of just enhancing it a little bit. You're not starting from scratch. Remake, ideally, would be starting from scratch, right? To recreate it. You might recreate it, you might remake it very faithfully, but Final Fantasy VII Remake, obviously very different than Final Fantasy VII. Especially considering it's going to be 3 separate video games. I did like part 1, but there's a lot of Nomura decisions that I'm not very happy about with those games too. That is a different topic though. We could max Alec off of this maybe. Oh, he can't even move. Colin, why don't you do the honors here? That will hurt. Fire Emblem fans and Pokemon fans are kindred spirits. They will never be happy. I'm a lot happier and prouder of Intelligent Systems than I am with Game Freak. I will gladly say that. See, if I do this, he gets a level, though. I don't really want that. Oh, but they get to move before the axe guys move, right? Isn't that the case? Let's put Beowulf here. I'm not going to rescue. I think they get to move
upon the throne.
Next.
I have no doubt you will be gifted a revelation from the goddess.
Maybe when I get my eye back, we'll tell a story. Oh my god. Oh. I feel like a grandpa this week. I must have taken back day a little too hard last week. And now a different part of my back than ever before is hurting. Oh, it's bad. Fire Emblem games evolved and have voice acting. True. And actual effort put into them and are not just cheap cash grabs. True. She would definitely die if all of them attacked her, but I'm willing to try something. Should he rescue one? Maybe you should. Hazel. Wow. That's how you reward me? Also, let's get Aaron down here to get that guy. If this is how it's gonna be. I really don't want Sigurd to eat all these guys, though. I'll keep him, like, in the middle. Okay, there's no more mage guy on the left. Finally. Grandpa Stevie. We are for sure getting new characters. Yeah, I would think so. That's exciting to me too. I like seeing what they cook up in regards to that. New characters, new lore, expansion. Okay, that's pretty good. Playable Julius. I wonder if we would see something like that. Disgusting. Disgusting. Mercenary says, at least when I pick up a Fire Emblem game, I know it has a series of different changes and mechanics over some of the same ones we've seen the world over. That's true. They do a good job of keeping each Fire Emblem game a little different and fresh. I do really appreciate that. Pokemon tries to do that, but doesn't always succeed. This is Beowulf Power Hour. They're not going for Lachesis? I'm confused about this. What's happening? Weird. He's going for Arden. That makes sense, unfortunately. Dodge it, bro. Let's see. Can Aaron make it? Wow. Not really. Apparently not. All right, so Arden's got to be out of that range. Oh, he will be. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Cullen, let's have Cullen kill one of these guys. I think he could just level up off of this. Off of just slaughtering. I don't think he needs to be fed the villagers. Maybe IS should make a mainline Pokemon game. I still need to try that Pokemon Conquest game. I know that's, I don't think that was Intelligent Systems, but I still need to try that game. That's what I imagine it would be like. Something like that. Alec should get one of these, although he's living a hard knock life right now. I don't know if he's gonna... Did we feed Lewin one? So much free food. Sigurd will solo this pegs. That's what I'm afraid of, Audrey. I don't want him to eat all the beautiful, delicious, juicy EXP. Arden can move to there. Lewin's in the way. I want to see Lachesis' new animations. Don't you? Ooh. She looks regal. Oh, and I'm wasting... I just realized I'm wasting the Earth Sword. Whoops. Oh, well. Bright Sky says it's bone on bone for my knees now. That's not good, Bright Sky. What happened there? Too much running? This guy. Why can't you move? What's wrong with you? Even now, he can't move any farther. Do you not? Do you not want that? Yugo Kenji! Thanks for the Prime sub. I appreciate you, my friend. How are you doing? I think Pamela's just gonna try to bait you out. The AI is really weird with these. I did bait them last time, a few of them. They are, like, you do keep heading upwards. They might actually attack Lex now, because that's, like, both upwards and in their path. I don't know. I'm fine with it. I can live with it. Ooh. What am I missing here? Deep Freeze! 18 months! Thank you so much! Oh, thank God Lachesis is promoted. Now she's unstoppable. Yes, indeed. I know, it took longer than it should have, to be honest. Sorry. She got a husband and she promoted all in the same chapter. That's a pretty good chapter. Do I think we wait one more turn, right? Because these citizens will come upwards again. Actually, you could come down. Oh, that was a bad idea. That was definitely a bad idea. Well, that guy's about to die. Maybe it's fine. Gabe says, next new Fire Emblem game that's not a remake, I hope has a better story. Intelligent Systems team needs to get some new writers instead of just using the same ones since Awakening and Fates. Look what Koei Tecmo did with 3 houses. It added new blood. I do agree with that. You get magic. You got magic there. That's pretty good. I do agree with that. I also think they need to, if they're going to hire a new writer, not cut down their story, because that's what happened with Fates, basically. Which you'll see if you don't know that story. You'll learn more about that in my Fates video. That's like 80% done. Yes, yes, yes. Get near Alec. Alec rhymes with Gurney Halleck, which is a character from Dune. This is like the reference stream. I should just keep going on different random tangents. We can talk about like literally anything. The new Dune movies are so good. Although, I don't know what they're going to do with Dune Messiah, because that's like a much different book than the first Dune book. And I think all the actors are only going to do that because there's more books beyond that, but it gets even weirder, basically. I've mentioned it before as well, but I feel like with all those fun sci-fi series, they just get so weird. Oh, I didn't move him. That might be bad. Please dodge this time. Please, please, please dodge this time. Please dodge this time. You idiot! Damn it. Sorry. I was gonna move him, and then he couldn't move forward because Alec was in the way. And then I decided, oh, it's fine, we'll let the villagers come to us. And so my plan got a little borked there, unfortunately. Shoot. I think I didn't save that last turn either because I was concerned about what was gonna happen. Pokemon is the epitome of 2 steps forward plus or minus 1 step back. Agreed. Yeah, I actually think with Pokemon, it's kind of annoying because turn 69. With Pokemon, they do specific features for specific games to make them feel different and varied, right? Like Gold and Silver had the day and night system. Things like that. Obviously, the modern games have, a lot of them have something like that. Or at least they did. Maybe not the modern. Whatever, you know what I mean. Yeah, sorry. But they find specific things that they... Damn. Well, actually, we get another chance at that level up on Hazel. Sorry, let me do this really quickly. Yoo-hoo. They'll do like some quality of life thing that everybody likes, like the Pokemon Watch in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. I think everybody liked the apps on that thing to like keep notes and do little things like that. But then obviously that was only just for that region, which means guess what? It never comes back again, except for the remakes. So I hate stuff like that. I know you're gonna cringe, but I am gonna put Arden exactly back where he was. That's just how I roll. It's just that I'll pay more attention to him this time. Is that fair? I think that's fair. Nope. Don't do that. Oh, I should have had him take one. Whatever. I did last time. Oh, this time let's get you closer. Sooner. Start getting used to into position as well. I think that's good. I know, I deserve a lot of blocks today, sorry. Albie said, God, it's heartbreaking how much that franchise has fallen from grace. Talking about Pokemon.
Isn't the fishing hole just so cool?
Yeah. How can you not get top of the line developers for an IP like Pokemon? Sorry, I'm ranting, pisses me off. I know it does for me too. And I feel like I sound like a broken record all the time, and I really don't want to be negative because I don't think that's usually very fun for people to watch. But yeah, Pokemon really deeply upsets me as well. I love Pokemon. I want to like Pokemon, but I demand quality. I demand quality of the biggest IP in the world. I don't think that's too much to ask for. Fire Emblem does a better job, and it is far from the biggest IP in the world. That's all I'm saying. Despite Fire Emblem's flaws, they try. You can't say they don't try. You can't say they don't experiment. And it's not always just copy and paste, you know? At least, I mean, the core mechanics, sure, but they add new systems every time that are vastly different and interesting. Not just like Z moves or quirk of the week, you know? Gambits were cool in 3 Houses. I did enjoy that. And Battalions, that's interesting. Everybody liked the Officers Academy stuff. Engage had the rings, which I think, you know, even if you didn't really like all the fan service part of that, the mechanics they added, I think, were really cool, really fun. I don't think you can even compare. The Legends series might be the only thing to look forward to in Pokemon. That is, if they don't bork Legends ZA. I watched a Moist Critical video. I saw the trailer. Then I watched a Moist Critical video, and he did point out some stuff that I kind of didn't realize from that trailer that is a little concerning, not gonna lie, about that. Where it seems like because you're just gonna be in the city of, what is it, Lumiose or whatever, they're just gonna have Pokemon like spawn patches, and that's really weird to me. It's like they've combined the Legends Arceus gameplay, obviously because it's a Legends game, but now it's like in the city in the future. Which I don't know how that's going to translate yet, but he had some legitimate concerns. I'm not remembering a lot of what he said, but I walked away from that video like, he's got a point. That might not be very good then, if they're going about it in this way. But I don't want to tank the mood. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to buy it day one. I'll say that. We'll see what everyone says. Knob says, I'm playing Conquest right now. You need to try it. I hope you mean Pokemon Conquest, because we did play Conquest, if you're talking about Fire Emblem Conquest. There's a lot of stuff with Nobunaga, though, recently, too. I think Nobunaga's a character in Pokemon Conquest, which is really interesting. Audrey says, guys, for the past few days, several Fire Emblem community forums have been busy discussing the 3 Houses remastered for the Switch 2. Do you think this is a good move if it really happens? I think it's a little soon for that. I get wanting to remaster something. It was a very popular game. I do think that moving forward, Intelligent Systems is probably going to really look to 3 Houses for what players want. Because I think 3 Houses did do considerably better than Engage, and that makes a lot of sense. And I think Engage kind of got the short end of the stick a little bit, but I do think it makes sense. But do I think they would do a 3 Houses remaster on Switch 2? I don't know. There's definitely some stuff I would want if they did. Playable Judith, for sure. Obviously much better graphics. That is a great level there, Azel. Holy crap. That was better than the one I fed you last time. Arden is still here. Why do I feel like let's do this. I'm gonna do that this time. I want Alec to get one of the levels too, but let's fix Cullen. Some enhancements would be nice for that game, I would say, but I don't know if it is so bad and antiquated at this point already that it needs more. But I could see from like a sales standpoint, them considering such a thing. It's a little strange, a little bit. If they did, I would kind of hope that they would add another route or two to the game. That would be interesting. Can you imagine? Because it wouldn't be a lot of work enhancing the graphics and stuff. Not that much. So we had to wait until Echoes before IS finally gave us the origin story to Grima. Fire Emblem 4 Remake could do the same thing for Mortis, I guess. Wait, what? Are we assuming that Fire Emblem 4 is Yggdrasil is taking place in the same world as Magvel? Is that what we're thinking? Or are you just memeing about Mortis? That's interesting. So far tonight, Cullen been doing great. Yeah, that's true. Miss, please. Miss, you bastard. That was Alex at EXP. Damn it. I think I'm gonna save it though. I don't want to go back anymore. And she still can't reach. Come on. Even my flyer is useless. Oh. This is kind of bad. I probably should have just grabbed them up. I was really thinking more people would be able to make it over here. Oh, it's because this is a mountain tile. It was a mountain tile and my promoted units went by. That's why it didn't register. Promoted and footlocked. Well, I guess you're doing that. Full power. Oh yeah, and you guys were even saying that. I'm sorry, I'm a little behind in chat. You have to promote him if you want Alec to cross the mountain. Yeah, well. Maybe I'll just give him a better target to attack. Debatably better target. We should claim more of these. Oh, that's why I said he's trapped on top of this map. Touche, touche. To be fair, I didn't look at the tile type of this, and the color difference is really subtle. I mean, it's obviously part of the mountain range because it goes down here, but I don't know, I wasn't really thinking. Sorry. We should bait one of these guys, or oh, let's have Lewin claim that one. That'll do. Lewin likes mountains. Not a good level though. Fate's video when? I know I said this month, and next week is about to be April. But the truth is that I wasn't expecting to lose basically 2 Sundays not feeling very well with migraine symptoms. I was planning to knock it out yesterday. Straight up. Full honesty, full transparency. I did spend about an hour working on it, but it was very difficult. I just was not feeling very well to be staring at screens, and I was having trouble finding some footage I was looking for, so it just wasn't working very well. I will say at this point, definitely in April. And I really would like to make an April 1st video, I'll say, but I haven't started, so that gives me serious concerns, and I do have some plans this week, so I don't know, but I'm going to try to do what I can, really. There's no other video deadline like an April 1st deadline to me. Because I know a lot of people appreciate the April Fool's videos I've made over the years. He's still full health. I may not need to flee so much with him, but I'm just a little concerned. Now what? That guy is going to move up, which will make him a target. Unless I give somebody else another level. Level 18 Azel. I suppose it could make sense. Linda had said, hopefully a writer that's not an orphan for Fire Emblem stories in the future. Sure. Sure. It's just in case that guy gets nuked. I really want one of these to go to Alec, though. I really do. Maybe the chick. Speed. HP speed. Also, wait. Any convos? Sigurd Claude, that should happen. He's got to come back. Gonna leave these guys down here for future conquest. Why is Arden even outside? Asked Deep Freeze. Because I like trying to work on him. I want him to do something. I'd have Lewin pick off the Blizzard Mage in the mountains. It's gonna take him some doing to get there, but yeah, that is a good idea. That's what he should have done. I'm sorry, I just wasn't thinking. I've been interacting with chat too much. Macedon asked about the April Fool's video. Yep. Oh, I'll see. I don't know. Wasn't it Echoes that introduced the turn wheel, or am I misremembering? Yes. Yes, it was. Good job, Jam Key. Also, I guess he should have swapped spots with Bridget, because now they're just gonna all kill themselves on him, and he's already promoted. Definitely does not need it. Nice. Judith isn't real, Stevie. Let her go. Playable Judith, playable Rhea, playable Holst. Fair. Fair. I'd even like to see like playable Fleisch. And what's her brother's name? Randall? Whatever his name was. For like Crimson Flower. I think that would be interesting. Okay, with the lance, can you skewer him? Yes. Yes. Valence said 3 Houses remaster would make me sad. Maybe because it would seem like a money grab, or because you would want to have to buy it again. I don't know. I don't know, but I kind of get that. He can't cross until he levels up, which tells me that it shouldn't be Arden that gets this one. It should be you. There we go. Alec, it's your time. Woo!
It's your lucky
Make it a
day.
good one, bro. HP speed it is. Playable Dragon Flame. 3 Houses had a really good system. My main complaint is feeling obligated to catch fish on higher difficulty. That is rough at times, yeah, when you know you need to grind through your bait to upgrade your professor level because it's the smartest thing to do. True. That's real. It's better than Engage in regards to that, though, because Engage expecting you to fish in between, for maximum crystals, expecting you to fish in between every battle is psycho. That is some psycho stuff. I guess it's less pressing if you think about it. This is kind of bad, actually. Whoa. He's hurting. Jamkey bleeds. What was I saying? Ooh, nice. Yeah, it's less pressing because you could just do any battle anytime to get the crystals, but hypothetically you're wasting opportunities, and unfortunately there are limited quests with which to get the crystals. So you kind of run out of opportunities. That's pretty good. Lex smash! The axe of blue balls. Not bad, not bad. Lucky lied, no Fates video this month. Yeah, I guess I did lie, sorry. I didn't mean to lie. I've just been having migraines. It's been really annoying. Oh, where's Physic? You have Physic? You do. Hell yeah. Lucky Mojo returns. I hope so, Oil Leak. I hope so. That's a lot of work, though, in a very short span of time. And I got some dates this week. Good night, Kai. Good night, Bright Sky. Oh no, that's incorrect. That's incorrect. I'm back from the gym. Has there been any divorces or NTRs thanks to Stevie? Lol. No. Unfortunately for you. Fire Emblem needs more old ladies. Oh, that's kind of bad. Interesting. Japan's greatest pastime is fishing, so it made sense for Japan to have fishing minigames in the games. I think it does make sense, but I just think it's a little too... it expects you to do it too much. Like, fishing should have... In Engage, fishing shouldn't have given you crystals. I don't know what it would have done instead, but... I don't think it should have given you crystals. Now that I think about it, I think it would be really cool to see a character like Gunter, says Mary Sue, but as a badass old lady. I would like that. We're never told how old Reyna is. I don't think she's like old, though, you think? Just gonna do this. Room is almost clean, says Cheyenne. Making good progress. Let's get Alec back to do his little promotion. I don't know if this is a bad situation here. There's kind of a lot of these guys, and there's some promoted enemies in there. Oh, I think it's Cullen's time to shine. What do you think? Let's make sure that we get danced. Maybe he goes first. Let Dude get some cash, please. He's kind of away from the combat. I didn't want him to get nuked. As weird as that might seem, I didn't want him to get nuked by the mages. Now he's kind of too far away. This is kind of bad. I didn't realize Azel was hurt. Oh, let's do this. Hellfire's weighing him down. Yeah, that's true. That's a good level. Them shooting back with bows is really not what Azel wants right now. I think he kills this guy. Oh, nice. Next to his wife. Wife bonus. Okay. Gunter was supposed to get his own DLC adventure, then it got shelved. Is that true, Mercenary? I don't know about that. His own DLC adventure. If he gets danced, he could flee, hypothetically. Speed of 20 versus speed of 16. I think we gotta. Okay, Lewin comes in. I guess he gets a free kill here. Then he doesn't have to get hurt. Although they can't really touch him. That's going to help him get ever closer to upgrading too. I'd like to get everybody upgraded, but by the time everyone does, I think it's going to be a little late for some of them to actually do much. But a few of these guys are close. Ooh, that hurts. I bet you Beowulf should probably kill one of these. That does hurt, but I think you'll be okay. Now, this is in boss range, unfortunately, to get shot with his steel bow. Actually, go there. Yeah, why not? Right? Can she do a lot to this guy? I never know what to attack with her. This is the one that drains. Probably Miracle Sword, actually. But Thief Sword is interesting. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. It's true if you pay attention to what Gunter said towards the end of Valo when you beat him in chapter 26. That could have been like a fragment from the original story, though, that the story writer wrote. That doesn't mean that they plan to make actual DLC with that ever. So if you want to say that there was more that they could have done with them, sure, but it's not like people found data of like the Gunter route or something with his adventure. More Gunter stuff. I've never seen that before. Who would the DLC characters for Fire Emblem 4 remake be? Thracia characters, Amnesia, or alternate universe boss characters? It's a great question. I doubt it would be Cypher characters again, considering the fact that that game is now dead. Oh, I should turn on their animations, but it's all right. Yeah, it's a good question. Maybe they would tease like Thracia. Or it could be like BS Fire Emblem. But instead, like, you get to... Like, let's say you got to play with Ishtar and stuff like that. That would be interesting. Could be something like that. I could see that. Doesn't even give me a good level. Sigurd can't even reach him to talk to him. Alec is on the way. I suppose we should have everybody who can make it down here make it. Which is Ira. Dang it. What's your arena rank? 1? You're trying again. Back to base. Oh yeah, this is bad, kinda. Do I depart? End this one. So when do the kids show up, says Bright Sky? I think it's the beginning of chapter 6, if I'm not mistaken, but some things have to happen before then. They're not just in deep realms like in Fates. Poe was supposed to be in 3 Houses as a DLC character, but all that remains is metadata in the code. I remembered people speculating about that, yeah. Which on some level does make sense, because she is a Cypher character that did not make it into Echoes. But at this point, with a future game, would they bother putting her in? I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. If I depart from the castle, I guess everybody's fine. I don't really have to. I really want to train Bridget, but I think if she comes out and kills one, the other could sweep in and capture the castle, right? Or that doesn't really make sense. It's not an enemy commander. I don't know how that works. I've never let that happen before. They'll destroy. Oh, that's right. They destroy it. Right. You're right. Yeah, let's not do that. That's right. Ira destroyed a castle. I remember. First arena opponent is a mage. Ardenate winning that. Sad to say. I know, that's why he's level 1 right now. That's why everybody who is basically is level 1, because I think they failed in the beginning. But I gotta give him a chance. I gotta let them try. And they are feeding Bridget. Nice. I guess not exactly. What? What a coward. He just fled south. Yeah, I'm gonna bring back reinforcements. I don't know what to do with you, boy. What's up, Arkbird? How's the map going, Stevie? We had a rough start today, but it's going all right. We have the dancer here. He does not outspeed. He's gonna hurt though. Seriously hurt. Let's try to level up Hazel. That went really well, actually. That went like too well. Get up, get away from him. Claude knows what's going to happen, by the way. I knew I didn't like him. I knew I didn't like that guy. Why not? Nuke him. What was this question? Lucky, if a genealogy remake is revealed next Wednesday, will you just make Wednesday genealogy as well to complete before its release? That's tough. That's tough. Because people voted for XCOM, and that was supposed to be this Wednesday, but Dark Deity 2 comes out. It came out today, so I think I'm gonna play that on Wednesday just to honor that game for this week. Which means XCOM gets pushed again. I think this is unfortunately a Lex kill. I don't know why I had to look at that for so long, but I did. So yeah, I don't know. We might devote some of that stream to talking about it, maybe, but we'll have to see what happens. Play it by ear a little bit. I'd rather you finish 4 before the remake if that were to happen. That's a fair point. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, if it gets announced and it comes out like next month, maybe not next month, maybe that's a bit soon, maybe like May, if there's like a May date, then yeah, I think we would probably devote a lot of streams to trying to get to the end here before that happens. Quite possibly. XCOM 2 loses again. It will be back. It'll come back. All right, everybody, get in. Hypothetically, I really should bring all these people down, but that's such a slog at this point. Ugh. Or I think she should go into that castle and repair the broken staff, shouldn't she? That'd be way smarter. Here's money, right? I just checked, I think. Nope, you're broke. That's why. That's the problem. Your husband needs to give you money. At least that explains why I didn't do that already. How would the children work in a remake?
In the name of the goddess,
I don't know what you
stand
mean
before
by
her.
that, Lunar. I don't want to spoil anything in case you don't know, but I don't know the specifics of what you're trying to ask, I guess. If you know what's gonna happen in this game, then I don't quite know what you mean by that question. Time to stretch, I guess. Thank you for that. Also, what's up, JC? Don't want your... I'm doing it the wrong way. Why is it such a Monday? Still not right. Pink-haired leaf? Oh, is that what we're talking about? I was just saying last stream. Like, do you think they would mess with the children's hair colors in a remake? That would be something I would wonder. Here we go. Let's see my new green guy. Okay. Respectable. Nice buffs. Magic. Okay. Nice. Although I feel like with that, you could tell that he kind of didn't have some great level ups because they gave him a lot of stats there. Arden. Arena time. Bro. If you just beat this guy, I feel like some of the others would be easier. Please. He's doing it. He's doing it. He's doing it. Hit him. Hit him. Yes!
It's your lucky day.
Also, yeah, I failed to look at people's weapons. Sorry. Speed. He actually got speed for that pursuit ring. Mage Killer Arden. Literally. I hope they let hair color change. That would be fun. I think it would make sense based on other modern Fire Emblem games with child characters. But I know that people will be attached to the canon hair colors. So I don't know if people would be upset about that or not. I think we keep going. What is a Monday? A miserable little pile of secrets? Bro missed a lot of 60s there. Well, he got past the part I wanted to get past. That's pretty good. And he leveled up. Noish is still healing. Alec could probably do a lot now. We try Slim. He has more of an attachment to the steel sword, but What's up, chicken? Is this live? Yes, this is live. What's up, chicken? How are you? Virgin Alec. Currently, yeah. Currently. But putting on a good performance here. No, this isn't live. We're just really good at reading your mind. I just predicted like everyone that would enter chat today. Wait. Dodge again. Ooh. Finish him. Oh, good job. Is he going all the way? He might be going all the way. Good level too there. Nice. Bro's name is Kraft, like the mac and cheese. What? What? Oh, one of the guys we were fighting. It's from the mac and cheese kingdom. No-ish still sucks. I unfortunately agree. I've been converted to liking Alec. I mean, to be fair, Alec was letting me down a lot early on too, but he turned around. I guess I'm Team Alec now. No-ish does not suck. I mean, unfortunately mine does. I wanted him to not suck. I gave him a lot of fun stuff.
Attention, all epic, elite, sexy gamers. I bring you an urgent announcement.
Beat Gene on my eulogy to my hello sexy sweater man. Hello to you too, Chip. Ow. He didn't go all the way, but you know what? He made it very far. He's an amazing father for Sword Girl. I forgot the new names. You mean Ira? I don't know if that's what you mean. Oh, you're talking about Ira's daughter, though. I don't know if you're talking about Ira being his wife, though. Otherwise, I don't know what you're talking about. Alec not going all the way. Typical. Damn. Yeah, we talking about Larce? Yeah, Larce. Okay, yeah. I had the right mother in mind. I was on the right track. I think we want the weapon that is going to do physical damage against the mage, right? Right? Dodge? Please dodge. You idiot! How did you get hit by 230s?
What are we playing, XCOM?
Might as well. Camel will come back to take that castle. She is currently en route to that one. You might be right. Okay, he is at half health. I want to keep grinding off of him. Oh, Cullen's ready. I think Cullen should go back to the base. Maybe Ira levels up off of him. First time I ever stayed up past midnight. Is that true, chicken? Is that true? This OST is so nostalgic for me. Played it 9 years ago. How did you play this 9 years ago? Wait a minute. How'd you play this 9 years ago and you've never been up past midnight? That doesn't add up to me. The math ain't mathin' on that one. Chicken played it when they were 3 years old. That's kind of mean, I guess. Maybe you could have been in like... You could have been like 10, I guess. And if you have strict parents and you're in high school or something. I'm gonna physically save. There. No, I mean, this game made me stay up late. Oh, okay. That makes more sense, Chicken. Okay. This game was the first time Chicken stayed up past midnight. Interesting. It's kind of a beautiful memory. I think you could afford to wait there. Putting Beowulf there as if it helps at all, but no, it doesn't. You can technically play games before midnight. I've just never seen it. As an adult, I understand that. Dane sucked up all of Dew's energy, Lucky. I'm gonna give Noah another chance here. Rank 1. Even Arden beat this guy. Not a good start there. I don't know why I even bother. Madeir might get a promo off of fighting Pamela's reinforcement squad. That's a good idea. Try to aim for that.
Bruh.
I always like go into that like without any bias, like just hoping that maybe he'll finally make something happen, and I'm always disappointed, and I always feel like an idiot for having believed. I really am such a nice person. Like, despite how many times he's hurt me, I don't let it sour me. Notion all over him. I suppose you should stay up here then. Maybe all of you should. I'm still even 4 chapters into this game, which is basically like 12 or who even knows, 15 chapters into a normal Fire Emblem game at this point. I still am not used to the whole just letting people sit in the corner of a map. I just can't do it. It just bothers me. Gabe says, I remember staying up late for the first time. I was watching Cartoon Network and a centipede lady dragged a girl down a well. So you mean like Adult Swim? Were you watching Adult Swim on Cartoon Network? Because that's... I remember when I first watched Adult Swim, I must have been in middle school, and they had a classic lineup of shows back in the day on that. I don't know what they would have more recently, but like outside of like Smiling Friends, I guess, but they had Full Metal Alchemist, they had Ghost in the Shell, what else? Rurouni Kenshin. Ooh, that was a good level. Ooh, that was a crazy level. Yu Yu Hakusho, stuff like that. Some classic stuff, some newer stuff. Great shows on that. But seeing like Full Metal Alchemist and Ghost in the Shell, some of the darkness of those series while being in middle school, there was some of the darkest stuff I had ever seen at that point. I was like shocked that people put that kind of content and stuff. I mean, Full Metal Alchemist, they're like trying to revive people. People are getting fused with animals and stuff. It's like, it's dark. Yeah, I mean, Full Metal Alchemist has some lighthearted moments, but it is dark. And Ghost in the Shell can be really dark too. I was probably a little young and naive to have been watching that, but it blew my mind in like a good way for the most part. Outside of one Ghost in the Shell episode that actually scarred me for like years. Noah is literally my dad, man. Watch how you talk about him. I'm such a nice person. Also, you're trash. What I'm saying is I deserve to treat him poorly because of the fact that he's failed me so many times. And yet, instead of being biased and assuming that he's going to fail me again and trash talking him from the get-go, I give him a chance. I have genuine hope and excitement that maybe he'll do it this time. I let him try and he screws me again. That is my relationship with Noah. I shouldn't believe. I should have judged. Hold on a second. You think Noah just isn't that into you, Lucky? I think he's not. First time I did an all-nighter was actually playing Path of Radiance, says Valence. That's a nice, beautiful, cool memory too. I like that. It's a great game for it. Path of Radiance is like a late night kind of game. Something about it. That's kind of a vibe. I did stay up many times in my youth late playing Path of Radiance. It's true. Madeira's gonna be too slow, I think, to make it up there in time. Certainly. I didn't really prepare him properly for success, though. There's a chance that he won't. Double? I mean, he might. No, that's gonna kill him. Bopop says, I saw a certain episode of Trigun when I was really little. It scarred me too. That was also on at that time. I never really saw much about Trigun. I tried watching the first episode years ago and I couldn't get into it. I don't know why. Inuyasha was definitely on. Yep. Lunar says, I'd sometimes see episodes of Inuyasha, Detective Conan, and Dragon Ball Z on late night TV. He's like a Pokemon. He's only as good as his trainer. Okay. So you say. Cullen, time for a well-deserved promotion. I can't wait to see what he looks like, actually. This is going to be interesting. Ready for this? The beefcake. Did you get a shield as a hero in this game? Also, what's up, Phantom Wolf? He gets big, bulky shoulders. Ooh. That looks more like his picture, his portrait. There we go. Look at the +5 strength. Nice. Nice, dog. Too bad he's got no kids to pass that leg ring down with. I should sell that. I'm gonna need to sell that. Next map. What's up, Gimbo? I want to play Genealogy just for the music on this map. I don't remember my first all-nighter, but I remember pulling an all-nighter for Persona 5 Royal when I got into that palace. I don't get that reference, but I'm sure other people will. I felt like a kid again. Really? That must be a great feeling. Do I keep letting Ira fight him? I think we do.
I have no doubt
And they
you
get
will
to
be
sit
gifted
down.
a revelation from the goddess.
Ah. It's very unpleasant. Ugh. First all-nighter I played was Fire Emblem 7 while hiding under the covers because it was a school night, says Yugo. These are such beautiful memories. I love this. That's great. Bunch of people level 18. Maybe let's give him a turn to heal. We got quite the army over there waiting for us. Wait, this is blind? It's not exactly. I know certain things that are going to happen, but as far as the maps and stuff, I'm not very familiar. So in a way, it is blind. Gabe says, the anime Adult Swim lineup I remember was Yu Yu Hakusho, Inuyasha, and Case Closed. I don't know what Case Closed is. Phantom Wolf just took a nap. Cozy stream. Do you think there will be anything Fire Emblem in the upcoming Nintendo Direct? It's a great question. I mean, it is kind of weird that we haven't heard anything for a while. I mean, Fire Emblem has been known to go dark a little bit from time to time. Remember, man, 2017, when we got the Fire Emblem Direct, which announced Echoes, which launched like literally just a handful of months after that in May, I believe. So January to May, it's not that long of a time. So for a game to be just completely in the dark and then announced and coming out within a handful of months, it's an interesting precedent that they could also do again. It would also be interesting if the Switch 2 had a launch title for Fire Emblem, but I don't know. And there's also been, like I said earlier on this stream, I saw some rumors that there might even be a Switch 1 Direct or something later this week on like Thursday. I don't know if that's real, but I know some people speculated maybe if they were going to do a Genealogy remake that maybe it still would come out for Switch 1. Again, I think that'd be bad for the sales of it, especially being, again, near the end of the Switch's lifespan, which is kind of what happened with Echoes and 3DS. But this, like, seems worse in a way, so it's like, I don't know if they would do that. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to be hopeful, and I think I'm going to try to stream one, if not both, of the Directs. I hope we'll see something, but I don't want to get everyone's hopes up by being all hyped and whatnot, just to have nothing happen. I mean, we have to see new Fire Emblem news eventually, right? Fire Emblem Heroes has been too successful. They're definitely working on something and cooking something up. The series is in a good place. So whether it's in the next week or two or 6 months, I'm sure we'll hear something. Remember when we thought we'd get a February Direct? I remember. Yeah, that was a rumor. It did not happen. God, I would love a new Fire Emblem Direct. Announce a remake, a new game. I selfishly want another Warriors game. I don't blame you. I enjoyed those. I know not everybody enjoys those, but I enjoyed them. I don't think that Warriors 3 Hope sold well enough, though. I think that's probably dead in the water as an idea. I don't think they'll do that again, unfortunately. I think Warriors 3 Hopes did not do as well as they hoped. Maybe they thought the Three Houses branding would do a lot because people love Three Houses, but I don't know. I enjoyed it. Thracia came out when the 64 had been around for like 3 years. True, Thracia was launched at a bad time. But I don't know, for like as a modern choice from a game company, would they really release something at the very end of a lifespan again? Maybe they weren't upset about Echoes' sales. I don't know. That's possible, but why would you make a game and then gimp it on purpose, whereas it could just come out for Switch 2 instead and have like some slight enhancements or something to how it works? New features, slightly better graphics, runs a little bit better, maybe slightly higher frame rate or something. Like literally like any of those things, it could just be a Switch 2 game at the end of that. My original theories were that they were probably working on it, and then maybe because the Switch 2 got delayed, that affected things, and maybe that's why we haven't heard much. I don't know. So maybe it is going to be for Switch 2. But also, I do have to admit that a Genealogy remake being a Switch 2 like launch title, or the first Fire Emblem game on the Switch 2, that does seem kind of weird. But I don't know, maybe they're like excited about it or something. I think Lex has got to kill this girl. He's raging. Oh! She dodged. He's still okay. Although I have a feeling that a Dane might get picked apart. There's kind of a lot of them. Bridge is minus 10%. Ugh. This is not a good idea, right? I don't think that's a good idea. Also, I don't think a Dane being here is a good idea anymore. Her standing here, though, is a good idea. Let's do this. I should have turned on her animations. Impossible! Sorry, that was a girl. Should have just left Bridget by herself. The castle heals her while guarding anyway. I think you're right. I think you're right. But I feel, based on other Fire Emblem games, it's still affecting my opinion of what I'm doing in this game, which I know is bad. I still feel like leaving someone on their own is a bad idea in case they get overwhelmed. So I always inherently still have other people around. But yeah, I see. I see the error of my ways. Gimbo says, I got money saved up. I hope it's not $600 though. Agreed. I don't think they could do that. I don't think they could do that. But the Switch 2, yeah, what do we think the Switch 2 will come out? Like 380 bucks or something? That seems like might be right. Because I think a Switch was 325-ish or something like that on launch. Maybe I'm mistaken. That seems like the number to me, though. So for a Switch 2, unless they want to eat the loss and make it a similar price to the original and lower the original's price at this point, is 400 even? Oh, you guys are, yeah, you guys are guessing the price, 400 even. That would make sense. We're getting to the point where game consoles are basically moderate pre-built PC prices. Wasn't it $299? Maybe. Valen saying, I feel like I paid over 400 for his. What's up, Termina? 450 with an October launch. That would be interesting. Like pre-holidays. But yeah, why waste the whole year? I don't know. Things are very weird since it got delayed. Because it was supposed to come out, I think, for last holiday season that we just went through. Which obviously did not happen. So kind of a weird time. Ooh, we could have Azel attack again. I'm good with that, actually. Gets the EXP and he goes. Let's make it a good level. Let's go. Okay. I'll take it. Do I feel that Jam Key is safe enough at this point? Maybe. Let's not put him on the road, though. Oh, they have javelins. Let's see how these two do. He does need the Brave Axe. Are Dean going to be poked? Or a Dane going to be... Yeah. I know, but Lex is going to be blocking. We have a lot of her sides blocked. And she is kind of in a bad spot, but it's not that bad. Not the best level there. I got 3 of her sides covered. I know they could attack and then Kanto away, but they don't seem to be doing that. Like, hypothetically, I could snipe another one and there's 4 left. I'm just concerned if he gets hit with them, some of those javelins with 40% hit. It could add up. Now, let's see if he lives it. Jemke's kind of a beast. What's the worst that can happen? There you go. No javelin for you. Dang, now I'm kind of hyped for this direct. I hope it is hype, honestly. They showcased a new Mario Kart, right? It looked very similar, but apparently it's a new Mario Kart. I didn't play much of the most recent one, so I don't have much to say about that, but I wonder what else they will show. Yeah, Sigurd is going to have to make his way down. It's a good point. We're going to have to capture that castle. I guess Claude should go too. Madeir at this point. Oh, he can't cross the mountains, so he's pointless. Though. Who's in here? Let's have you depart. Gotta love his movement. Do I give Noish another shot? Let's try. No bias. No hate. Every time. Every time. I don't think there's been a unit more infuriating for a long time for me. How's your weapon doing? Oh, wait. Now you can use better stuff. B swords, B lances. You get a steel lance. I don't think there's one in the shop, though. I think this is, what, silver at this point? Yeah. Maybe that's not for you, then. Like, someone needs to buy it, though. Do I just buy it with him? Who has A lances? Lachesis does. Oh yeah, because Master Knight. Very interesting. That would have been nice on her. Hypothetically, we could capture the next castle and have her buy it. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, otherwise, because Quan is gone, it's the only option. Do I go for this? It's very painful if it does hit. But he's not going to double. There's also no crit rates, so I don't know what the odds would be there for that. Maybe I'll wait on that. Promoted Arden can use silver weapons too. Yeah, it's going to take a little longer for that. I think he's only still level 16. Something like that. Did he forget to promote Cullen? No, Cullen's promoted. We did, in fact. I think Dew says Jamkey's name Loud Loud and Faye. No clue how it's said, though. That would be nice to check. I do, generally speaking, trust the Faye pronunciations. However, they also don't have a perfect track record either. Because with the purple-haired character from Fire Emblem 8, the Sacred Stones, friend of Ephraim and Erica, Leon, they have quite a few pronunciations of that name that are not very consistent across characters and stuff. There's a couple other ones too that are kind of like that. That's a big one. Oh, and they seem to have relocalized certain names, like Yune is the name of the part of the goddess from Radiant Dawn that is separated from Ashura. But in Fae they say Yune now. I guess Yune sounds a little goofy to be like a god, a little bit, but that was the original pronunciation, so it's hard to get past that. But it's weird going from Yune to Yune. Also, yeah, Yugo's mentioning rioting with the whole Camus Camus thing. That one, like, I kind of understand what they're going for, but I also don't think that his other names then make sense, or specifically Sirius. I don't think Sirius makes as much sense if the name was originally intended to be Camus as the pronunciation. I don't understand how that makes any sense, because I thought the whole point was that there was some... He's disguising himself, so it's not Camus, it's Sirius. It's like similar but different, but like... It's like poetry, it rhymes. And yet now we're doing Camus and what, Siriu? Makes no sense. That doesn't make any sense. Somebody screwed up. That's what it sounds like to me. But there is a philosopher, what is it, Albert Camus or something like that, so... What do I know? Maybe that was always the intention or something. Should we finally end this guy? Tail to you? Want to do the honors? Oh. Back up, back up, back up! Oh, she did. Jesus Christ God 7. What a beautiful username. Thanks for the follow. Glad to know that Jesus is here with us as we speak. It's a beautiful thing. Camus named after a philosopher. Sirius is a star. I get that they could be different things, but I thought the whole point was that there was supposed to be like a rhyming to it, like like a direct connection. I know Ezekiel is a bit different, and that one obviously doesn't go with my theory that I'm working with here, but he has actual amnesia at that point, and thus maybe wouldn't come up with a new name that rhymes with his... Why did I do that with Sigurd? Sorry. But he has actual memory loss, brain damage at that point, so it would make sense why he would not give himself a name that rhymes with his original name. Bird name change makes no sense. Yeah, the main character of Metroid's name is pronounced Samu. I knew it. I knew it. I think we just wait here. Like, I'm concerned for Adane, but they don't seem to be attacking her, and I don't really want to keep feeding Lex. I'd rather feed Jamkey or Bridget. Really, Bridget. Zeke is actually pronounced Ziku. I'll never forget it. I've told this story before too, but it was always so funny to me. Like certain words in Japanese, especially when they put English words in there or use the English pronunciation for things. I don't know what the actual words for black and white are in Japan, but in Japanese, but I remember the Pokemon Black and White trailers, the Japanese versions. I'll never forget it. It was like Pokemon Blacku, Whiteo. Like, it's just very... I just remember hearing the guy's voice, like, saying those words, and I was like, what? That's very close to English. Poketo Monster Blacku, Whiteo. Something like that. Having a GameCube catalog added to Switch 2's online play would be nice. How about like better online services? That would also be nice. I don't know if they care enough about that though. I saw some people speculating because there was a patent. It doesn't seem like it's true. Actually, it's not true. It's not true because we have seen the Switch 2 through that original little trailer teaser thingy. But they did patent another two-screen device again. So I think some people at a point thought maybe Switch 2 would have some kind of second additional screen that could be added to it, and maybe then that would unlock the ability to bring back like the DS catalog, which would be interesting, but maybe not, unless they do something weird where they're like both screens are next to each other horizontally on the screen and take up the space. I don't know. You'll never believe what coffee is in Japanese then? Thanks for reminding me to turn off auto renewal. All right, well, I guess that works. He's reclaiming his mom's castle. He got angry enough to double with Adept or whatever. That's cool. Well-deserved level up. I was gonna have Taltiu get the kill, but that's fine. Interesting level. Defense. Thanks for reminding me to turn off auto renewal on my Nintendo Online sub. You're welcome. I guess we get into position for this final attack here. But we should wrap up in a couple minutes. It is quite late. Never mind server maintenance. Would it be easier to hold the Switch 2 vertically in order to play DS games? Yeah, but then you would think that they would come up with a way to have the Joy-Cons work with that, like also like go on the sides, and I don't think we've seen that at all, so I don't know how that would work. Who is MVP tonight? Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Dang it. I was gonna have him try arena one more time, but now, nope. I don't know, let me think about that. I feel like Cullen did put in some work, but it wasn't like that much work. I don't want to break the streak of different characters. That's the problem, is now I care too much about that weird streak that we have going. Cullen was very useful. Lex has been putting in a lot of work, obviously. He's the perfect wall. Arden is MVP for taking out that arena mage. Ooh, I like that, Vopop. I like that. That's true. Everyone doubted him. I think maybe that's the answer. MVP was definitely Deirdre, who's not even here. It's kind of funny. I knew that she got kidnapped in this game, but I didn't realize that she would be around for such a little amount of time before that happened. She's basically not even a playable character. Like, she is a playable character, but she's basically not even a playable character. It's very interesting. Jamke put in work up top. He did, but that's true. Like, maybe it's not objectively true, but I kind of like the Arden one. That was genuinely surprising in a good way. Would a remake give Deirdre more screen time? I wonder. It is kind of abrupt. I mean, I understand that this is like a continent that we're battling across, and these are like days and months. I understand that, but because you're playing it in a short sitting where you beat the chapter in a couple hours, basically, it's like someone who's around for months is around for like just a few hours. One map and gone. It's a very short span of time. Jamke or Cullen? Jamke did tank a lot of flyers, a lot of Pegasi by himself, and he was hurt. But he did have backup is the thing. What's up, Fluffy Ninja? Let's go, Alec. Across the mountains, why don't you? You can't, so I guess you could go babysit and go to the arena. At this point, but Lex though. I think I want Lex to go back. Dude did the same thing to get first MVP spot? Yeah, all right. All right. I guess I'll say Jamke. I want to say Arden because I don't think Arden's on the list yet, but it was just one moment. not go beyond that. Welcome back, Cullen. MVP is Noish for keeping Stevie believing. Wow. Pull out MVP for withholding information. I don't want that guy to have kids now. I legitimately don't. I don't know if there's a good reason for what he's doing, but I just don't care. Oh, let's do arena really quick. Let's go, bro. You just need to dodge a couple 30s and get some hits in. Let's go. You can do it. Good. Dodge. Yes, hit him. Dodge. Hit him. Dodge. Come on, dude. You were so close. He's hitting 30s. He shouldn't be hitting 30s. What am I supposed to do with you? Not MVP, LVP? Oh, LVP. I just thought you typoed. I see. I see. Yeah, that's true. That's fair. Imagine if Sigurd was heavily promoted for the remake and he's only around for half the game. That is how this game works. I wonder if they would try to introduce some new way to split up the chapters or something. That would upset long-term fans, though. But it is kind of weird that, hypothetically, he's only around for 5 chapters. Anybody hurt? You kind of. Dude, Lucky. I'm sorry, Lucky. My wife really wants kids. I'm exhausted. Maybe that's what it is. So close there. Almost level 16 on her. But 5 chapters is like 25 hours. I know. I know. I just think when you boil it down to 5, it's like, wow, it doesn't sound like a lot. It's more than Fire Emblem 8. Yeah, but Sigurd's ending is so sad. Yes, I know. I know. That would be shocking, actually. A brand new American audience coming into this game, not knowing anything, seeing Sigurd on the cover. Or do you think they would put Seliph on the cover again? I don't know. That's kind of a giveaway to me. I would put Seliph on the cover. I mean, Sigurd on the cover. And then, man, that would blow so many people's... That would really invest them, actually. Maybe that would be a good Switch 2 launch title, then. I don't know. This game does have pretty good writing. And a very unique story. With that said, though, I do think we should wrap it up here. That way, next stream we'll finish up, wrap up this castle. Maybe I'll even try to move some people if I have a chance in between this stream and next, and just get them all ready to not be here for another 30 minutes waiting for people to cycle in here. But we'll wrap this up, and then we'll move on to chapter 5, hopefully, in that next genealogy stream next Monday. I will be seeing you guys on Wednesday for some Dark Deity 2, which I hope will be interesting. Brand new game, brand new stream title. I'm not saying that I'm gonna play through the whole thing or anything, but we will play it for Wednesday's stream. XCOM 2 probably next Wednesday, unless something big gets announced or something big happens. We'll see. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you had a good time. Thank you, Mercenary, BDU, Deep Freeze, Nop, Elvia, Fluffy Ninja, Bright Sky, Mary Sue, Vopop. Who else? Bright Sky, Gabe Ruiz, Yugo Kenji. Thanks, Yugo. Deep Freeze, Valens, of course. Thank you, Valens. Lunar Cryogen, Gimbo Sliced, JC, Reen was here. Thank you, Reen. Chuck. Who else? Chicken. Chicken was here. Phantom Wall. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I hope you had a good night. I will see you on Wednesday. And catch you next time. Bye, everybody. Jamkey locked as official MVP. Sure. He did survive. It could have been worse. He did well. Sure. I'll say sure. Good night, everybody.